Oi, oi. Flat Earth British. Martinliedtke speaking. Double flat thumbs to infinity for ice. Good to see you all. Just check my comms, see if everything's in order. I've been trying to get rid of hiccups. I've had crazy hiccups the last hours. Drove me nuts. I've been trying to get rid of it in time for the live event. It's not really going to work out with me. Oh, nearly came back. It's gone anyway. I scared myself. I looked in the mirror. So I hope all of you are having a fantastic week, or you will be having a fantastic Flatterday today. And I got a lot in store for you guys. Okay, the juice will overflow. It's going to be very beautiful. Okay, very aesthetically pleasing. I guess we'll have a laugh along the way. We're not going to take life too seriously in this. Okay, we're gonna chuckle at things. Okay, the absurdity of it all is what we're going to do. We're going to think about a lot of subjects. Everything's going weird behind me. As you can see, Tartaria. We're going to have a think about mud flood. We're going to have a think about 3 suns, 2 suns, 1 sun, and the mud flood scenario in this post. We're also going to think about weapons of mass destruction that won't be nuclear. Tech like fasces and mirror technology. Mirror magnification technology we're going to look into in this post a bit later as well. We got some Petersburg, we got Moscow, we got in HD color, yet they say they're from the 1860s. I don't know what's going on. It's all gone weird as fuck since, well, ever. It's awesome to see you guys. So we're going to get all loosey-goosey. Okay, I'm going to get loosey-goosey. I'm going to have some air drugs. Okay, oxygen. Okay, now I have nearly run out because I've extinguished my oxygen supply. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough, and you'll surely die. Okay, a bit like the jab. So it's really awesome. So yeah, it's for you can use it for travel, recovery, air quality, sports gyms. That's just weird. But study, so it activates your brain apparently. But I just think it gets you high, but whatever. Anyway, it's good to see you all. We're going to have a fantastic time. So 285 of you, just shit out of nowhere, as per usual. So we're going to, when you're watching the duration of this post, because we don't like to do things all formal and weird, because we're not like that here, we're going to have, okay, you got to count how many, no happy hats in this one. This is happy sunglasses. You got to count how many pairs of shades I wear in the duration of this post, starting with these. Oh, yeah, they're fucking fantastic. Superstar truther, or so they say. Oh, shit. Think I'm not so sure about them actually. They might be all right in a sort of rave environment for fun or out or something. So that's pair number 1. Keep your eyes on this post. So we've got lots to cover in this post, lots of beautiful juice. I'm going to give you all a few shouts, let a few more pile in. Orientate my Brian, if that's even fucking humanly possible. So much is going on. You wouldn't even believe it. Okay, in the Flat Earth British realm, it's really, really exciting. So we have the tour at the end of this month. If you're not aware of this and you're new to the Flat Earth British realm, we have a Flat Earth British UK tour at the end of this month. We're talking like 23 days away till it kicks off in Cardiff, Wales. A lot of people are going to be going, guys. So if you live in Britain, this is your opportunity to meet people who are not J-habbed weird. Okay, they're not going to explode all over you or anything like that. Okay, it's going to be like-minded people who've been wide awake and together through this whole weird as fuck experience. Okay, makes perfect sense to me, guys. We don't know what will come next. Yeah, this could be a narrow window of opportunity for us to get our shit together, network, meet up. And work something out. This is our opportunity. Okay, guys, that's why it's getting it on sooner rather than later. Okay, I'm really getting impatient with the whole fucking thing at this stage of the game, guys. It's making me nutty because of the absurdity of it all, and the fact that, you know, it just hasn't come to an end. You know, the whole paradigm. They gaslight everybody constantly, guys. You know, with the newspapers and everything else, and these fake dialectics, and everyone goes along with it. You know, like anyone gives a fuck about politicians. They're just not even real, are they? They're just fat shits shitting themselves in Parliament, get paid tons of money. Yeah, they even have like, they don't even pay taxes or anything, just bitches, aren't they, for the devil? So, yeah, it's my little rant about them. You can see how I mentally, how I mentally think about them. I'm not impressed, guys. I'm not impressed in the slightest, guys. No, I'm really not. So, yeah, what a shit show this place is. But that's all right, because Flat Earth British is on it. We got fantasticness. We got a Flat Earth British conference. Okay, well, we're going to look at all of this later. Ticket sales, the itineraries for the tours are all being made up. We got Cardiff nailed. We got Roslin is looking like being very, very special indeed. That's where the tour ends. But does it? No, because we'll be meeting up in Birmingham in Juries for a conference. I keep going to say convention. You know that, don't you? Conference, yeah, where all like superstar truthers are going to get down with the truth. Yeah, nothing like this has ever happened. The course of history, human history, will change at this point. Are you going to be there to see this experience? Yeah, of course you are. So, tickets, okay, you can find in the descriptions box below this. They've been out a few days, but they are selling like hotcakes, okay? It's not long, so if you do want to go, get a ticket now. And we have people coming over from America Land. Our precious Moonbeam image, I'm going to get to meet. Are you gel? Oh, how fantastic is that? So, oh, it's lovely, that chamomile tea. You get all flowers in your Brian. I literally taste colours. I do. I can touch the blackberry, and I'll have like a blackberry explosion in my Brian. Yeah, that's how I am. Okay, we're going to get into some juice and we're going to get along with it. Okay, we're going to give you a few shouts. There you have, nearly 500, 460 odd of you just showed up. I'm live on the Celtic Tatarian channel. I'm live on Martinliedtke channel. And, let's do a GoFundMe and get Lindsay and all of her children over. I feel so sorry for you, Lindsay. I bet you wish you could come over as well. It's so sad. But, it's a bit of time yet. You never know. You never know. I could maybe sell 50,000 copies of my books and then pay for you. Sharon, good to see you, lovely. I'm gel. Don't be gel, because I'll stream it all. Like, they paid for a good internet connection in the hotel at least, and I got people coming to film and all sorts of stuff. Nothing's going to be missed, guys. Okay. The last time, yeah, I sorted out a filming and all that, but they done a runner with a film because it was way, way too juicy to have out of there in the ether. They didn't want that. So they disappeared with all of the footage. To apologize. That will not happen again. Matt, because I'm covering it on all aspects. This is getting out, and everyone's going to see it regardless. Matt Moore. Fuck you. And Michelle Patrick. Good to see you. How's Alan? I love him. Okay. Send him my message. Say Martin loves you. Hippie Shake. DNA. Oh, yeah. Just seen you over in Manages, talking to Manny and Lisa and our Lindsay and Hippie Shake in the chat. Ria, Timmermans, bad connection here in Alberta. Are you all snowed in, Ria? Because if your name was Dyer, it'd be like diarrhea. That's probably not funny. Sorry. MK Ultra. That's good. So, Three Fingers met Christian Knapp yesterday. No, I'm jealous. I love Christian Knapp. He's been my brother for years. Okay. Everyone. All hail. Geoshifter. Yeah. All hail Geoshifter. Love you, Geoshifter. I want Effie British bedding covers. Ooh, I'm not sure if they're on my shop, but maybe we should get some flat thumb pillows for either side. His and hers, flat thumbs. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Do you like the sound of that? Yeah? So you've got it all worked out. It's fucking awesome. Adult Truther Show. Yeah, I've been told off a lot in the last week, Glenage, about my terrible language. I put on your video the other day. I thought it was really, really good. And still, until you started cursing, basically the baby Jesus. I'm not cursing the baby Jesus. I'm not even taking the piss, really. At least I'm saying it exists. Okay? And if Jesus is good, then he's going to appreciate that I was doing in good intent to make people happy and laugh. And, a little chuckle thing, he's a bit of a nutter. So all's good, don't you think? So anyway, I had a message off the Most High only last night. I did. A clear fucking message I had last night. I can't tell you. Brian Evans, Andrea, good to see you. Jay Woodgate, Joseph. You're like, you bastard. I wanted to know what he said. I can't. Maybe later. Maybe later at some stage of it. It's more personal, anyways. I'm not telling you. It's a conundrum. Only Martin could ever get himself in these sort of conundrums. I can guarantee you that in this life. Dallas Fowler, Capalocious, Jewish Samaritan. Hiya. Good to see you. Matt, I said that. 3 fingers. Yeah, it must have been really cool. So I was just talking to Stavely. I'm not sure if he's with you met Stavely and Christian, but he's basically, I'm going to have a show with my brother Brian Stavely. We're going to mandala the shit out of this place. And hopefully Jenny, who is Truth Seeker 69, who I've known for many, many years. Nottingham, no, slim pickings, but we'll be in the vicinity. We'll just basically kidnap you or something like that. You're just going to have to go. Sorry, you don't even get chasing them out. Okay. So yeah, we'll be passing through, and Lincoln's the nearest place to that, I guess. Slim pickings. We'll talk about Nottingham later, and something that happened to it in the Great War you may not have been aware of, people from Nottingham land. Pamela, beep beep, who's doing a Roadrunner impersonation. Lindsay's on to Vividness. Hi, Vividness, your friendly neighborhood channel. Oh, that's lovely. India, who is lovely. India, who is truly fantastic in ways that you couldn't even imagine. You can't do that. Nobody can. She's my manager. Well, probably is, actually. She does like Brian work for me while I'm shot away, fucking all gone, fucking demented. Ugh. My future history. Whoa, look at the background. Yeah, I know. So what happened in Tatari in the past? See them? Trains. So they're like the sky trains, but they pull up outside your window and you just step out into your house. None of that fucking round getting soaking wet and waiting on bus stops and all that. In the golden age of Tataria, they don't do that suffering shit, yo. Lobo, what's happening? Arwen. Neo-Dadaist media age, Arwinian copyright. Okay. Arwinian gravity. Jay, good to see you. Okay, we're going to get stuck into the juice. I got a lot to get through, and I need to keep my Brian together. I'm going to be strong. I'm strong. I'm fucking Jedi warrior. Yeah? I'm too stubborn for any of these motherfuckers for start off. Okay, anyone who personally knows me will know that I'm insanely stubborn to the point of making myself suffer in horrible ways. Smell gas? No, it's more grassy. Grassy. The taste of oxygen is like grass, like you're sniffing a load of grass. Oh, it's lovely. It's all ozony and grassy. It's lovely. I have fairies. Good to see you. Hippie Shake, gonna meet you soon. Can't wait. Good to see you. Lovely. JC Son, I wish he was there. Yeah, don't worry. You're not stuck in the States. People are traveling. Fucking hell, my mate Lee. People are traveling from Europe to Mexico. Right, take a look at this. Right, so my favorite creature, except for my bunny rabbit, who I love equally, probably, is Rain, the German Shepherd. You may know as Mel's dog age, and he is spoiling also a set of sunglasses that I recognize. Oh shit! Sorry. There's Rain. Spoiling a set of sunglasses. I think I'll match Rain's starry glasses. I think I'll go a bit more Donny Osmond. Yeah. Is that too? That is minus like plus 10 gay points at this stage, aren't I? It's a bit Elton John. I think we'll take them off. Okay. Don't worry, I'm gonna look at some jugs later. Okay. Fucking it'll be like minus 10 gay points then. Don't even worry about it. So, what do you think? Huh? Nicked the idea off John Lennon. Anyway, Ippy Shay, good to see you. Alien Zooage, Alex Hill, and Son of Overlook. Oh, Jada's in the house. I don't know where she is. And Angela Baby Carson and Sharon. Let's have a scroll up. Let's find where Jade is. Oh, Flo. Ooh, gonna meet you in Glasgow. I'm looking forward to Glasgow. That's gonna be a fucking goodie, that is. Rossage, showing you a video later. Stick around if you want to find out all about this touring convention. We've had some videos made. I'm showing a bit later. Ross has made a special. Ross from Hidden British Histories. Ross is made a special video for us. And I made one myself as well, which I shared on my our Flat Earth British Think Tank channel. Thank you, Dragon Stage. Wooty woot to you. Coffee cup. Brian Evans. For a dabach. I'm going to meet him in Cardiff. Yeah, you're gonna have to party Cardiff style, though, bruv. You know, don't think we do things like Llanelli in Cardiff. Jammer, hi, call you. Well, it is when I'm around. Taylor, Michael, good to see you. Akami, I'm a fucking health food fanatic. I'm fucking chamomile tea. Whoa, I live life on the edge, man. On air drugs. It's fucking wicked, though. Yeah. Ugh. Hopefully, it's safe. Anyway, Tina, good to see you. Oxygenating your blood is a very good thing, and you feel the difference. Good for the pain relief and stuff, especially if you got like tensions and stresses and shit. Fucking awesome for that. So I do apologize for my bad language. Not really. It's a fucking shit. And Jacob Law, good to see you. I mean that in a nice way. I love you really. I would give you a hug, even though I've said that way. Because that's just me. 4 Jacks. Okay. Just don't throw dog shit in my windows. King Snoogle Gerson. Good to see you, Dave. Right, let's get stuck in. Okay, to the juiceage. Moonbeamage. Gigi Abilyn. Angela. And Skull Silence in the house as well. So if I haven't given you a shout, All Hail GeoShifter as well. G-Wiz is in the house. So we got very prestigious company in our chattage. And I guess we're going to have some more along the way. So there's a lot of excitement, as I said, guys. So let's get stuck in. If you don't know what's going on with Flat Earth British, don't even worry about it. It doesn't even matter at this stage of the game. You could be dead. You could wake up dead tomorrow. Have you thought about that? No, you didn't, did you? Till I mentioned it. There you go. Lesson learned. Right. So let's have an education together and learn together. Now, what we're going to be thinking about in this is, as I mentioned, 3 suns, 2 suns, 1 sun scenario, as we've mentioned on Flat Earth British. Did when the second sun age, or second Earth, if you want to call it that, when that sun outed, however means it happened, we're unsure of, and became the moon you see today. Okay, in the world of 2 suns, which is possibly looking like the Tartarian world you see there, did it cause some sort of catastrophic event? Well, if that did happen, I sort of suspect that it might cause some catastrophic event. So we're going to think about the ice wall, otherwise known as the ice shelf, that surrounds us all the way around us. Okay, we're going to have a think about that. And lots more besides. So make sure to share this out if you would, please. Happy, loving, healing vibes to you all. And as I said, don't worry about anything. We got this. Okay? Cool. 637. Now, on with the juice. Have fun. Chill out. And let's learn together on Flat Earth British Think Tank. Starting here. Now, allow me to elaborate my Brian for you. Okay. Now, many of you are aware, if you're into the flat earth scene, of the ideas of hidden lands outside of our center bit. Okay. And many people think that there are ways through into other worlds, like sort of Mars isn't up there, Venus isn't up there, but out here laterally. And maybe that's where all these black budgets are going. Maybe some of these lands, and maybe they are highly technological if they're there. But let's just juggle with the idea of that there was two suns in this place, in this center bit. And one of them, from whatever happened, turned into the moon you see today. And would this cause a catastrophic melting of said ice shelf? Now, we're going to just show you a couple of these ideas for these AE maps. This one's a Dutch one that was used by the military, and it shows you, well, I guess they were called slush, but it certainly shows you that the ice wall is all around. Now, remember, Captain Cook tried to penetrate said ice wall and clocked up 60,000 miles in his log. Going around, this is the Urbano Monte map, okay, which definitely shows you lands which could have been frozen since the time of this map making, and that's what's there today. And maybe in the cycles of sun going out, going black sun, all other scenarios that could cause a catastrophic event, and I will explain now. So, Admiral Byrd gave us tasty clues on the last chronoscope interview in 1952, I think it was, but in the 1950s. And he didn't last long, maybe 6 months after that interview, he died. I think he was trying to tell us something when he said that there was an area opposite Little America no human had set eyes on as big as America out here. Maybe like this one, perhaps. But there's what they say is an impenetrable ice wall between that and the outer worlds, the outer lands. Now, what if they know, okay, that this is the case, that this catastrophe is the melting of the ice all around us? Now, this is the UN map and used by World Health Organization, many other organizations. It has 33 subsections showing you it's Masonic, but they have the laurel leaf of control. I think that this means what I'm saying. I think that this designates the ice wall that is all around us, this ice wall. If you don't know, it is most certainly there. They say, even in the official narrative, you can't argue with it. It is high. It goes around the supposed whole continent. And as I said, Cook tried to find a way in because this is like infinitely high. All of this is like really, really high, as I will show you now. Higher than this ship. Now, I can assure you, if you were on the bridge of this ship, which is 6 stories on the accommodation block, all of this, 100 foot, and yet the mast still hasn't reached the plateau. Now, if you think about canals, shipping canals, they have a lock-in system, locks and keys, which elevate and drop water. Now, everything on this shelf is supposed to be flat and linear, but it's elevated, and it gets more elevated as you're supposed to go inwardly towards the center of the supposed Antarctic continent. Anyway, so all of the sea is way below it. Now, what if, look how big these things are. So that's the only way, except for certain ways in, they say certain times of the year to get to these bases, and they have icebreakers. I've worked on an ice class ship myself and broke slush and ice myself as well, so I know about this game. And excuse me, what if the melting with maybe an outside sun in an opposite continent, if you like, and then when its ellipsis comes around here, and then it starts to melt the ice, and then the ice fractures, a bit like the story of the Dutch boy with his finger in the dike. And just all literally flood in, all of that shit that's behind it, flood in and wreck our realm, causing a biblical flood. Because that's always been a question, where did the waters come from? Well, above the dome. Is it windows below? What if it's from outside, all around us? And then to get rid of it, there's a plug hole, and then it all goes back. No, I know it sounds nuts, guys, but some of these holes, right, they just take water forever and ever, and all of the water on Earth doesn't disappear down them. So where's it going? Something like that. You like the canals you get on a higher elevation. So if you imagine this being the ice wall, we're down here, the continents are all over this way, and then there's a fracture in here, and then all of the greenery and everything that is behind it would all come into our realm, like these. Now, these generate electricity, and they're dams. Now, we've talked about beaver dam technology before. We know it's the key to a lot of these cities and a lot of the realm, guys. And if it's the Phoenicians and watery wickedness and all of the maritime phrases that are put in our reality, like when you go to a funeral, you go to a wake, like when you wake from a dream, for example. Or there's also the wake behind the ship, isn't there? 3 meanings for the same word. So it generates electricity, and then it flows onto the lower level that we are on. Okay, that we are on. So is that the scenario? And then later, after mud flood, they send in teams, and then they just use windmills. They were also water pumps, castle stations, and just pump the water off the land, leaving what? Mud. And some of these, like, the Hoover Dam, the Boulder Dam, Lake Mead, all of these huge hydroelectric dams. If you imagine this was like the ice wall, if you imagine this just pumped out, everything down here, like our continents, would perish under the water and then the mud. This is the White Cliffs of Dover. I cannot but notice its similarity to the ice shelf or the Antarctica ice wall. It's like really, really identical to it, really. I'm just wondering if there's just more going on, and is it all ice? And then the whole world is mud flooded. Now, I'm going to show you some beautiful, actually, fantastic images of what the world was like after all of that water possibly poured in you. Okay, guys, let me show you now. But what I want to do, okay, is just come back for a second, make sure that I've put my volume on, because I would like to share a little, excuse me, beautiful music. And I'm going to show you some images of ideas of what this realm was like. Okay, which are mind-blowing images, which need to have a bit of beautiful music to accompany them, I do think of. Okay, now, so a bit of the classical Chopin. Okay, so some of these are Piranesi, but not all. And let's get an idea for this place. Certainly shows you a high technological society. That is a beautiful drawing or engraving. Electricity and all cable cars, but it's that like Vimana type of Indian architecture that we call, that we say are superconductors. And look at this. Look at this. The churches, the church machines, all buried. We only see the tops. I'll show you some beautiful examples later. And look at all the goats and everything on the roofs where it's all covered in mud. Imagine all our water pouring in and leaving all our sedimentary deposit. It would look exactly like that. Like the bottom of a fish tank when you see castles and churches in them, which you can buy, and then empty the water out and it'll look like that. Huge. And the replacement after the next civilization to be brought in, ramshackle shacks. Not the builders of these giant monuments. I bet all of this stuff, all of these monuments are massive, and they're all below our feet. Cavernous places with giant civilizations and structures right below our feet. For resets. In fact, I know it. Now I say it, I know that's true. So it would have been something, I guess, like this. You see it in New York, the remnants of some of this infrastructure. You got the griffins there. Because New York is ancient, and it's a restructured and repurposed city. The Secrets of New York and all of them places on the East Coast share the same story. Look at this. smashed. And the size of the world, the monuments, and they look just like them mountain features that we see. If you give this maybe another reset, or maybe a plasma melt or something like that, and all of these will look like mesas, and a lot of the monument, or, a lot of the mountains and topography that we think melted buildings. Look at this one. This is a fantastic one. But is this orphans? Got teddy bears, tables. What we got? What have we got? OX, kiss, kiss, OX. Cards, playing cards. Okay, let's have a little investigation, eh? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The size of it. That one reminds me of Piranesi's prisons. A church window going on there. Fantastic imagination, that is. We see these in these bridges, which they say are natural geological formations. Nay, I say they were once like this, and then reset. Wow. God, we knocked the spots off any of these shitty Hollywood movies. Check out the Tyra Babel. This is a completely different version than I usually have seen. It's the first time I've seen this one this week. It might be just a random tower, not necessarily the Tower of Babel. This is just probably how they were built in. I think they knew exactly what was coming. I know the people who are truly getting awake right now, guys, we're getting tipped off. We're getting tipped off that something's coming. We're getting tipped off of what to do. Listen, I'm doing stuff on the subconscious. I don't even know why I'm doing it, guys. It's like, okay, I'm doing that because I guess that I'm meant to. Weird as fuck. But I'm guided. Check this one, guys. City, all teetering on the edge. Sky City. That high. I like that idea. And the Britannic as well. Three ships. Titanic, Olympic, and I think it was the Britannic as well. One was sunk in the Mediterranean, hit by a torpedo. So they say. Check this one. Robotage, air balloons, and crazy industry going on. That's what they'll have. They'll have all the it'll be dark and rainy down here, like in Blade Runner, and all the elites will live up in the air. That's the way they want it. Check this out, though. This is beautiful. All mud sunk. And all lopsided as well, where all the land's just... Wow, look at all of their minarets and towers and spires. Juicy. I love that one. I love that one. This one's beautiful. Check that one, though, guys. Our civilization was like that. Like this. Steam-powered boats. Steam-powered boats. And we had the industry and stuff, so pollution going on. So that's not a good thing in itself. But across the river, it looks completely different. They got all this beautiful architecture going on and palm trees. Seems to be Phoenicians at this stage, though. But look at the river transport. Tataria. Wow. Huge. Trains. Mechanized. This is not the future. This is the future past that went before us. If you want to find out what's happening in the future, take a look in the past. They replicate it over and over again. Or handbook, I suspect. Handed down information. How do they do it after a biblical flood and a plasma event? Or a plasma event is they inscripted it in stone. And they hid the rest in deep vaults. They knew it was coming. And they prepared. The evidence is overwhelming, guys. The bunkers are just everywhere in antiquity, aren't they? Look at this. Just like you get in New York today. Some of these older New York buildings, they have to be old world. Greco-Romano temple, have to be. I know they show you photographic records of Cinnamon, like the Chrysler building, but that's Art Deco. I mean, some of the earlier ones, like the Woolworths or the Montgomery building, some of them, they have to be older. I don't trust any of the photographic record for them. Check this one. Oh, I don't like that world. Oh, no. It's all containers, and that's how they're living today, but you can live upside down as well. Tower blocks upside down. Yeah, why not? They could do that. They could have tower blocks upside down. That is trippy, though, isn't it? Hope that's not the future. I don't think it will be. And these sphinxes that you see, that's the same city in that. We've got a dragon that seems to be alive. And a sphinx, looking at it, she seems to be alive. And what's this? There's like a little room inside with a cage. That's my thumbnail. And a little steam trainlet. It's like a little locomotive train, guys, but on the water, paddle powered. I love that. I love that. Beautiful image. This is also a beautiful image. So lovely. And getting the water off the land. A lot of it just seeped away. The rest, they just use pumping stations. Windmills can pump water. And they're all over Holland. Quinky Dink. All over the Norfolk Broads, Norfolk in England, where it's completely flat and boggy. And it gets the water off land. Quinky Dink. No. They're water pumps. And all of this could be underneath us. Look at this, where the mud is just all set and turned into rock. And you can see these. You can see these in antiquity. I've seen photographs of this stuff. Some in like Japan, some in India. It's just, wow, this is brilliant, this one. This reminds me of Port Royal when it shook, or Lisbon when it shook and just sunk into the mud. An entire civilization just sinks into the ground, liquefaction. Look at that. And it comes like a thief in the night. And that's way after mud flood, that is. We was like, if the Jab Dagon are all just have a zombie Armageddon or whatever's going to happen to them, because it's mark of the beast, isn't it? You can't reverse that shit, so there's damnation, isn't it? But in the future, there's not going to be that many what they call pure bloods around. They're going to need some, otherwise there's no pure source for any future experiments, etc. Or anything. Sterility, mechanization, mind control, the whole fucking thing. So yeah, if there's only a few people left, all the cities would be left to rack and ruin, and this is what would happen. Like Legend. I Am Legend. Do you know the film I Am Legend with Will Smith? It wasn't the virus that killed everybody. You know what it was. So was it like this? Cavernous. That's more a nasty dystopia than a utopia, wouldn't you say? I think that the utopia was destroyed. I think that when they came here, they were bitter, jealous, nasty psychopaths. And they were like, this is a bit nice. Wow. It's like what they did to Gaddafi, when he's giving his people like free electricity, bringing them water out of the desert. Everybody's doing really all right. He's like literally a proper friend to his people. What do? They fucking kill him and bomb the country to shit. Tripoli's now an exed city. So it was like that. The Phoenicians, if you like, envied them, came in. We'll trick them. We'll tempt them. We'll use witchcraft. Because all of them are witches, All of them witches. Which is why we should have our spiritual armor strengthened for this important time, is what I think. I'm always protecting my spiritual armor. I need to. Forecast looking at Broadway, Troy, New York. Okay, AD 2016. Is this Troy, the original Troy? Yeah, look at the Tatarian airship. Wow, what a vision. What a vision. Could it have been like that? We certainly think that they had the Tesla tech, and there's your Tesla tech, and they had the airships. We've seen enough evidence. And them skyscrapers, they were there before, a lot of them. We know it because of 1906 San Francisco pictures, a place covered in skyscrapers, and Queen Victoria's not even dead yet. What's going on? This is a Piranesi by the look of it. Piranesi. Giovanni Piranesi engraving. All flowered over. Shrubs. Beautiful. Oh, it's a shame that's not colour, that one. But I love this. I was juggling whether to have this one as my thumbnail, but it wasn't really applicable to the title. But what are they running on, guys? Electric. And then they just drop you off here and you walk down into your building. It's not stations. It's personal drop-offs. How lovely. Out on your veranda. Quiet because it's electric. Just trundles along. They had the life, didn't they, guys? And look how beautiful it all is compared to the vandalism, dog shit and masks of today. I know. We've been robbed in a really big, bad way, haven't we? It's okay, don't be bitter, because at least we know. And we can get it back. The Wonder City, you may live to see. So this is just, I guess, a future projection of what they wanted. So they just want to put up a load of high-rises and bury Tartaria is what they want to do. That's an ugly utopia, dystopia. I don't like that at all. Or any of that. I'm not really a big fan of skyscrapers. I wasn't as a kid either. I was like, they're ugly. And they don't look nice to my eye. So I realized that they was just not aesthetically pleasing. Impressive building. I got it. It's really, really high. Wow, I get it. So that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, we can get really, really high, higher than yours. And then they have a skyscraper. Mine's bigger than your skyscraper, scraper off cities, don't they? Look at this, all up in the air. It's a bit like Elysium movie with Matt Damon. Or underground, like London today, or all of the cities. Underground. They never dug it out in the Victorian era. They just dug the mud out. That's what they did. Okay. It's just an elevated road, giant wall. And I'll show you something later, guys, about walls. It's going to blow your head off. I'm not even joking. Wow, when I seen it, my heart just went, like that. It's like, what? Great Wall of China? Forget it. Forget it. Biggest wall on earth, my ass. Check this out. I showed you a map of the Great Wall of China that I found, my mate Patrick found, and it said that in 1700s it was timber. That's a horror film. Do you know what's in there? Room 101. Wow. The size of this architecture. Mind-blowing. I like the skylights that you can see the sky going past. That's a nice touch. That's vile. That's better. Look at that. New York. 200 years ago, maybe. Airships. That's why they're called airships, guys. Because they're ships of the air. And they said it was the future because it was the past. I don't like superhighways and all that. That's not the way to go at all. To the air. Like this. Wow. High speed. Elevated. What are they running on? They're awesome. Oh, I love them so much. Look at these. I bet they go like stink as well. They just drop you off. This is what was going on. This is what was going on. Check out that. I wonder if sound came out of them. Like, and there's your proof. Well, it's an artist's depiction, imagination. But, you know, I brought this out of my Brian only a year ago, and there it is. I don't know how new these artworks are, but he's showing steampunk blue, the transport of Tartaria, and dropping everyone off on the dome, which to me is like somebody else been thinking it. I don't know if this came along after or before, but regardless, somebody else thought it's a thing. I think it looks perfect as that. There you go. And this much maybe is showing in some city, and the rest is underground. I'll show you some good examples of that later. This is a ship, by the way. That's the stern. That's the bow. This is a shape of a ship. Wow, look at that. And it seems to be in water too. It's even got a figurehead. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, I've seen this before. This giant, crazy arch. Whether it existed, I don't know. The Chicago Tribune. Is that there? That's just bonkers. Why? Why? What does it do? All buildings got a purpose. They're all mechanized. Looks horseshoe shaped, so it could be magnetic. Okay, and there you go again. Tarian air. They ever saw 1 trillion people back then. Trillions have gone before us. All below us. Or giant civilization below our feet. I bet they know where the entrance is and the ways in. I bet they're not even that far away. I bet they got skyscrapers this big below our feet. Wow. Just turning everything into Dubai. But that's not the original idea. They've had there all along. From here. But of course, it all gets wrecked. And then start over. Now, something really interesting I want to show you guys. Let me just stop my music. As beautiful as it is. Now, something that's glaringly obvious I'm going to get to right now. Now, I showed you these on the end of last week's postage. We are the remnant, says marriage. So, I don't know how many of you watching. Please make sure to share this out. Okay, your mind will be a lot more blown by the end of this 3DO. Definitely buckle in. So what we got here is, as I've talked about for a few years, the fasces. I showed evidence on. I added my first book and the Holy Grail of Great Reset, Holy Grail of our Flat Earth, and the Greatest Secret Never Told. I proposed and showed pictures where they said that Zeppelins were taken out using electrical fasces over the air of Paris in the Great War. And what we got here is an attack over Calais that looks to be very much like direct energy weapons. And here, a beam coming out. So yeah, I was discussing with my son. He said, "You know, that makes perfect sense, Dad," because he was actually said to me, to get that much power to be able to destroy a city, you must need like a pretty big fasces, wouldn't you think? I said, well, not the overarm job. So I think the overarm job would be for like buildings and streets, like a bazooka. But I think to take out a city, I think you need something really, really big. So to fit it in a Zeppelin would make perfect sense. I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense then. Thank you. So yeah, they floodlighted them out. They came over London, the very heart of London, dropping bombs. Not. They were using zapping, using direct energy weapons. So could that have been what they'd done with the American cities? Because the devastation. Now, please, at this moment in time, take a mental note of the devastation of these American cities in your Brian now, okay? Because it's pretty total, isn't it? I mean, in some of these pictures, there's just nothing left. Look at this Zeppelin. She's going over and frying absolutely everything. Okay. Germans' long arm feared by all England, the size of this Zeppelin coming over England. I've seen photographs of a Zeppelin coming over the streets of Cardiff as well, just above Cardiff, but you know, they didn't shoot at it. You'd think all the ack in the world would have been whacking away at it, but no. So I don't know what was going on with that photograph. No, this is interesting. So this Zeppelin was quite a notable Zeppelin in its time in the Great War. So its mission from Germany, all that way, was to drop bombs on Liverpool docks. So it didn't make it to Liverpool docks. It got shot down in the Wirral by basically planes. This is the Wirral, okay, or I guess the Manchester Shipping Canal, if you like. So on the way there, it dropped a load of bombs on Lipton, Nottingham. Dropped this one, dropped loads of bombs on Nottingham, and a few other British cities along the way. Oh yeah, Burton-on-Trent. It dropped bombs on Burton-on-Trent as well. Did this Zeppelin. So, boo to you. You bombed our chip shop. And there's Zeppelin going over. A nice little shot there. There's a guy up in there, look. What if it just took off from there? 5 to 4. Looks like it could be a little landing platform. But anyway, it's just going over. Nice little shot there. So, Chicago fire, 1871. Crazy size architecture for, like, you know, the second half of the 1800s. From what we're led to believe, supposed to be all Wild Westy. And then you got you know what, which looks pretty much exactly the same type of devastation. Now, something really stood out to me, and I'll tell you what it is now, okay, is the inconsistency with damage. I'm going to show you some more just ideas for weapons that could have been used in the past to do this sort of damage. Now, you can use opticals. You can use giant magnifying glasses and mirrors, parabolum, and you can de-aggregate matter. I've seen experiments years ago on YouTube, but it's gone now, in Peru, where they use this technology to cut a stone, and it was quite neat as well. So you can cut stone, and in this case, as you can see, it's blitzing architecture. So ramped up, this thing is known to do a lot of damage. If you have seen sick, crazy kids when you were young, burning ants works on the same as that. This was in Paris in 1900. This was in an exposition at one stage. This apparatus here, we'll have another look at. This is a mirror. And this mirror, they said, was for a telescope, but the telescope is this way. I'm not looking up. It was this big. You see that there? And that was the refractor lens, which we'll have a look at now in a better picture. Apparently, a telescope, they say. I'll show you the evidence shortly. There's a photograph of it. It looks more like a cannon, but it's static. The wheels are only on the back. These are fixed here, clamped, so it's not going anywhere. And they just cut off at the end. This is an interesting little tunnel that it's in as well. It's like purposely built. Not. This looks really old. Reminds me of the Saddam's super cannon. So there it is. It's a refractor. In 1900, it was on exhibition in Paris, and it was a giant mirror, if you like, for a giant telescope. Whether it was used, I couldn't even tell you, but 1900, there's your evidence. There it is there. So it got sunlight. Okay, we got it. So it is a refractor. So it's grabbing sunlight and it's bursting it through into this giant tube. It's a weapon. Because that looks like the breech on a normal cannon. And they put it in the heat and then just shooting it through there. Wow. I think it's called an Archimedes effect. So this looks like it's at night time. And I'm not sure whether it's grabbing moonlight, but it's enough to operate that little table cannon or mortar. But related with light. Here, in the older times, this guy's realizing that he can use his mirror or his magnifying glass to start a fire. And then he thinks, oh, the weapon application is fantastic. There. Just causes like a plasma ball of energy from reflected light. Even as far back as the Renaissance period, you have a girl here who's catching sunlight and she's lighting a fire, which is always handy to know if you don't know how to rub sticks. You can make fire from ice. You can basically polish a bit of ice and it will act as a magnifying glass and you can start a fire with it. I shit you not. So there's some of them. The apparatus for causing high energy beams that can cause destruction. 1700s, they had versions like this. Applications to cause destruction. Other patents, That looks like a solar panel, but it's Archimedes' principle, burning mirror of Archimedes. So that would burn like a ship. I'll show you an image of Archimedes burnt ships with them. Burning mirror with elevations. So it's a burning mirror. And Burroughs machine for polishing. So they're using it for polishing as well. That's credible. Another one here, another painting. Burning lens and the elevation for it. Wow. And there's some more there. Burning lenses. And that's Archimedes one as well there. For burning. So other ideas for what they could be doing. Because they've known about it for quite some time. The Egyptians, were they doing the same? Were they using sun rays as some sort of weapon tech? Possibly. Because this looks exactly like a mirror. It's got an eye in it. And this looks like rays coming off as well. So possibly with the Egyptians as well. But Archimedes on the walls of Syracuse, fighting the enemy or zapping their ships using what looks highly advanced for what is supposed to be ancient Greece. Or Syracuse is Italy, but you know what I mean. So that's one idea for another idea. Now I want to show you something that is weird and glaringly obvious. Now this is, which I've shown a few times, the devastation that you witness post, if it was after and not before, 1906, San Francisco, apparent earthquake and fire. Now, remember what I just said, earthquake and fire. And now look at the level of devastation for an earthquake and fire. So earthquake and fire. Yes, all the arrivals, spookily arriving. Not looking at any of it, no problems whatsoever. Now, it's all gone, except for these big buildings, and they're gutted. Okay? The buildings either side here, that one's lasted, but all year is gone, and everything's bricklets. Okay? The way you go around there, the whole place is leveled. Look, gone, gone, gone. So that was an earthquake, and that was a fire. Now, and that's the devastation it gives you. Now, in the greatest battle of modern times, the Battle of Berlin 1945, would you believe that millions of bombs were dropped on Berlin? Never mind the Katyushas, the millions and millions of Russians that trampled over the place, and the constant bombardments daily of the RAF and the American Air Force and the Russian Air Force, pounding this city for months and months and months before the biggest battle in human history, the Battle for Berlin. Yet, yeah, it looks nothing like San Francisco. All the buildings are gutted for sure. But the city's all up and nothing is rubble. Millions of bombs, guys. Berlin, the biggest battle in history. And it looks not similar to any of the American cities at all. No, it doesn't at all. The buildings are completely different. The way that they bombed out, the way that it is. Look, compared to San Francisco, compared to Chicago, compared to Boston, on all of the American city fires, this city is more or less still there. It's gutted. It's up and running only months later, guys. The Reichstag, if that's what it is. A giant battle over that building. And 1945, everything's getting back together. You have some kids playing out. He split the city off into different quarters, as you know. Freaking stupid performance. And then they started to get the... see this boy here? He was firing a Panzerstrecht for the Führer only 2 months previous. And now he's building stuff for the British Army. Put it all back together again. But it's not consistent. It's not the same sort of devastation that we witnessed in San Francisco, is it? Or Chicago, because all the buildings are literally little bits of stone. You can see their cellars. And in Berlin, they're all still up and stuff. You don't even see anything like that devastation I showed you in American cities. For the biggest battle in history, I'd say something was really off, guys. I really would. This is the center. Check these out. So they're supposed to go on a 3-day raping binge after the fall of Berlin, and apparently hundreds of thousands. They were supposed to be had an order to like impregnate all of the Berlin women, so that the generation to come would all be good, strong Russian stock type of thing. But that is just might have been because we're hearing that out of basically from the forces. Same people that told us a narrative for you know what, Holocaust, and all the rest of it. So I don't even know what to believe about all that anymore. Because the evidence on the color films, you see all the women like sort of cleaning the city out and all that. And it doesn't look like they've just basically been brutally gang raped by the Russian army, like they tell you on these terrible fucking documentaries. So I don't know what to believe about that. It seems too horrible to even imagine. So I can't imagine that. I'm just saying. So the Americans. Nice little capture, that live action shot. Ooh, Hermann Goering. He looks pissed off. He hadn't had his opium today. He has had his opium today. He's pinholed. So they were still giving him drugs in the in Spandau, in the prison in Nuremberg. So he was born in when? Birthplace, Rosenberg. He's born in 1893, 12th of January, old Ermine. So how old was he in the Great War? Because he was a fighter pilot. He was only 20 odd. So yeah, he was an ace, a fighter ace, like the Red Baron. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more. The bloody Red Baron was adding up the score. So there you are, a completely different scenario. All the buildings still intact. None of what we witness in American cities is sinister to me, because this is the greatest battle outside of Stalingrad in human history. Millions and millions of bombs, guys. Look it up. That's an official narrative. Imagine many really. And then the streets are like this. Look at the mud flooders. Great for shooting at the Russians through these windows, though, when they're coming down the street. They must have fought to the end, man. You're not going to give up your city, are you? This is your yard. You're not going to fight to the death, are you? Your Russians coming down your street. Fuck. It must have been epic. Like proper epic. There's the Brandenburg Gate. Got a hole straight through it. All still intact. Nothing's in rubble, like at all, considering. Spooky and weird in my head. There's I think that's the can't even think. Sorry, that's the railway station. There was a giant battle at this railway station. Famous battle, went on for ages. Oh, we have ourselves a griffin and some defences for the Battle of Berlin. Ringer, ringer. I'm not going to sing that. And they're all out playing. She seems all right, see? Fall of Berlin. Let's have a look. She's smiling, happy to see the kids playing again. Imagine how they lived when the city getting pummeled and just a battle like to that scale outside your window. It's hard to even imagine that going on. These things here, they all go underground. There's loads going on underground. And this was a model city, Berlin. Blow your mind to see how beautiful it was. Check out my channel, guys. Berlin in the past. So there they are. Look, all of the Berliners clearing all the rubble and everything. Again, it's not similar to the American cities. It's just not. Everyone's helping out. Bricklayers. And all the ladies doing a chain with the bricks and the buckets. Everyone's out. But they did get ordered to get out and clear the streets. They didn't really have a choice in the matter. And there was still hundreds of thousands of people in Berlin at the time, when there was like a million. So the Reichstag, they had a terrible battle in there. They said that the Germans were like devils and wouldn't give it up. So what happens to your tank on the streets of Berlin? Whoa, that's fantastic. Imagine having a big tank to play with. Look at these kids. Imagine what they've seen. What a start to a life, guys, when they've seen all of that. And some of these kids, they would have fought for the Germans because they basically enlisted them, all the children, didn't they? Give them a hand grenade and chuck that into a tank when it rolls past. God. Makes you think, doesn't it? How the kids today, how easy they fucking got it. and they all think the world owes them a fucking favor for some reason or other. I never used to think like that. I was thinking, oh shit, this place is gonna kill me. I'm gonna get fucking nuts and quick. It's like the famous Seal song. You're never gonna survive unless you get a little crazy. And I got that early on. I thought, yeah, man, I'm never gonna fucking make it unless I'm nuttier than all these fuckers around me. So I ended up nuttier than all these fuckers around me. Survival mechanism, guys. Had to be. You know, he lost a leg in a battle outside the Reichstag. What a mess. They're putting it back together. See this kid? Yeah. He's a replacement. The first one that came up to put the flag on above the Reichstag, he had all wristwatches of dead bodies that he probably killed all of his arm. So Stalin ordered it to be done again. So I get that boy off the roof, nutty boy, and do it all again. So it was a setup, propaganda thing. And they're outside the Reichstag, blowing smoke up their own asses. This guy's going to be boring as shit in the microphone. For the greatest day in history, we are the greatest people that ever was in the great patriotic war. Oh, I just farted. So that's what goes on there. War. Wank. So that's our original kid, is it? No. There was another one. But anyway, my point is the city still stands. Biggest battle in history. Stunning actual footage, though. Wow, look at that. Took out all our road, the bombs, and you can see all the infrastructure underneath. Oh, this is a groovy photograph. Checkpoint Charlie. Look at that one. That must have been a big bomb direct hit. Woof. Wow. That's why I think energy weapons are being used in American cities. It's just like the evidence. It just seems too much for me. That's a good photo. Did you kill? Bastards. Bastards, bastards, bastards. And there's somebody taking a piss out of Adolf. That's not very kind, is it? And all of them having a laugh because they're all like as stupid as the other side. They're both stupid. The other side and the other side and our side, they're all just equally as fucking stupid. Because what? Brilliant if you're into rebuilding society and look at this. And building all our buildings again. But it did not take out the original mechanism, look. Sheesh. That was a bit of the old world, all right. Look at that. Poof. Some battle, guys. If I time traveled, would I go to the Battle of Berlin and take a look? No. No. I don't think I'd bother. I might go to the First World War trenches, though. That would be epic. I'd volunteer anyway. They'd say, only 1 in 1,000 years do we have someone exemplary like you, man. I'll be like, yeah, man, fucking hell. Well, so let's get it on already. Have a drink. Split. So that's a nice tank. Oh, that's a lovely image, that one. Oh, yeah. These are absolutely stonking. Oh, he's got ladies. 3. See, they seem to fare well. I don't know what happened to them, but just saying. Historical narrative is like a nightmare. Oh, that looks a little bit like America cities, but not really. Like San Francisco, for example, should have been littered with cars. Now, I know the earthquake happened 5 in the morning, but people got cars outside their houses. Surely to God. What's a Mark 1 tank doing there in World War II? I do not know. This is a First World War tank. They were using them. Must have just grabbed whatever they could then. Okay. Oh, look at that. Bomb came straight through the ceiling. Poof. Poof. Wrecked it. Look at all the vandalism on this. So sacrilege, just take over the architecture, bomb it to shit, and then just cover in vandalism. Totally losing respect. That one's a modern tower block for 1945 on the corner there, isn't it, guys? Got a little tent up there. She's well turned out, eh? Money makes the wheel go round. No, that's the whole point. Well, don't go round, but I know what you mean anyway. Money, 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 money. And there's the British. Yeah, not very good thing to do with humanity was to separate a city out when cousins were on the other end of the street and they didn't see him for the next 30 years until the wall came down, however long the Cold War went on. And that's the battle raging. Guessing there's some Germans in here. Fuckers. Ugh. So yeah, my father was in the war and fought the Germans for almost 4 years on the Mannerheim. Fought the Russians for the Germans. 4 years in the Mannerheim front. Killed my uncle. I have a telegram every year of Field Marshal Mannerheim. No, I don't. Just saying, be good though. Oh, checking out the tankage. So everyone seems all right now. Everything's over. Look at the architecture, though, guys, of this place. But it's all still there. Scrub it up. Everything's going to be tickety-boo in no time at all. Oh, look at that. Tank shell went straight through the side of there. Ooh, wow. Just unimaginable. I can't even imagine that in such a modern city. Oh, he's a sailor out of... what's he doing now? Kronstadt sailor. And colour, that is. Colour, cine camera. Americans got one. There they are again. Doing that marchy thing that they do and they knees themselves in the nose. Not that high. Not that high. They do. They knee themselves in the nose. Because they do stupid. I think the worst one, no offense to Greek people. I do love Greek people. But your soldiers' marches definitely takes a biscuit for the silliest marches of humanity. Anyway, I'll come back for a second. Not that I've seen any other country. I bet the Uzbekistani army do a weirder one. 1,045 of you watching. Is that the case? Well, there's loads more juice. Absolutely fantastic juice to come. Okay, so did you enjoy that? Martin's Brian, what I've been thinking this week, or what we've been thinking this week. Myself, Febbage, and elements of the think tank. So this was sent to me from America land this week from a lady called Scarlett. Much love to you and your precious daughter, Scarlett. Thank you so much. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever possessed, and I honestly mean that. And it's called a sand painting. Check this out for fantasticness. I'm going to try not to break it. So it's not going to work. Oh, bollocks. It's made of glass. Well, it's you turn it upside down and it creates a picture of sand and bubbles. It's a weird technology and very, very mesmerizing. But thanks for that, Scarlett. It was the most beautiful thing ever. So share this out and buckle in. Okay, we got a lot more juice to come. There, it's magic. It's magic. I could disappear. Watch this, Gio. Told you it was magic, didn't I? I do have magical powers. Oh, don't worry. Go on my Instagram, Just Tracy. I done basically a post yesterday watching you at work. Martin, Flat Earth British, in IG if you're on there. And you can see me on there only yesterday. I go on IG quite regularly live, guys. Get onto my IG. Flat Earth British Instagram. It's quite busy. Okay. And I got all sorts of formats all over the place anyway. GG, good to see you. Jacob Law, good to see you, my friend. So roll up, and roll up. Let me get my shit together. Thank you all for joining, guys. This is fucking fantastic. Lovely Friday. I love a Flatterday with you guys. We are such a blast. William Wallace. Freedom. And he said it so loud, he pooed himself. I think I better go. A minute, guys. I'll come back to the battle in a minute, don't you think? Shit my pants. Apparently, that's a natural mechanism for survival. Like, if copper's going to fuck you up, say, if you've got to fuck me up, I'm going to shit myself. And they go like, will you? So I fucking will, yeah. And they won't want to fuck you up because they'll have to clean you all up and stuff. That's just a tip. You're ever going to get your head kicked in by police again. Okay? Tabora, because they do that. Love in the midst. Season with love. Scarlet Silent, my brother. Good to see you, Jace. And Leslie, 2 hats. Right, let me get back into the juice. Hope to meet you up in Scotland, land Ant Matters. Big shout to your brother. It's his birthday today. Big shout to Ant Matters, his brother. Much love to you, Ant Matters, his brother. A fantastic day, whatever you do. And stay warm, stay safe. Okay, because I don't know what the weather's like up there, but it's bloody windy, terrible down here. It's proper stormy. Anyway, back on with the juice. Now, check this lot out, guys, for juiceness. You're going to have some surprises along the way. Here we go again. Now, what we're going to look at now is, excuse me, let me just delete that, get rid of some pages, is some pictures of London and Crystal Palace. But this is when it got burnt down in the 1950s. This is actually 1969, the Beatles on the roof from an elevated position photograph. I've watched this maybe 100 times, decoding it, trying to wonder what's going on. You've got Ringo Starr's in a plastic, orange plastic Mac. Now, I do remember them Macs going around when I was a kid, but look at the amplification. They just got a shitty little 100-watt amps. You'd think it'd have big 4x12 Marshalls. And they blasted it all out to the streets of London. There are complaints everywhere. This is in Savile Row, I think. Yeah, Savile Row is where Apple Records were. This is on the roof of Apple Records on Savile Row. So it's quite posh. And they kitted it all out. Don't let me down. And they had Billy Preston on piano. I don't see him there, though. Fantastic, Billy Preston. Don't let me down. So look at this. This is I've got to clean the streets were up there by Crystal Palace back in the day. And look how all these buildings look. Now, this is an interesting one. Do you see this thing here? It was built on Wembley Park. And it was supposed to be some sort of like rival to the Eiffel Tower. I shit you not, the thing was massive. Check this out. I was thinking, is that a can of petrol? No, it really is a can of petrol. And then there's a building behind it all burnt down. What does it look like, guys? It looks like a can of petrol, don't it? And what's this? Oh, that's one of those emergency lights. So check the Sphinx. That there is there today. That is the only bit left. And you've got grass here and them steps are still there. So this bit here is still left of the Crystal Palace. You could go there today and that would still be there. But in the past, I noticed the observation tower survived, though. So, yeah, it all got right wrecked, apparently. Late 1930s, the whole thing burnt down. They had to demolish it because glass and metal obviously burns somehow, miraculously. I don't know. Check, that's a nice picture, isn't it? Beautiful colour. So they are inspecting their handiwork. Even this is blackened, isn't it? I'd say that was blackened. And ill-equipped fire engines of the day. I'm guessing they're pumping it from where, I don't know. There's that bandstand we were looking at in the last episode. Earmuffs on the roof. They're unusual trees. How old could they be? Must be in the winter months. Spring is kicking back, isn't it? The buds are on the trees, guys, and the daffodils are up outside. That's a good sign, you know. Spring's in the air, guys. You know what that means, don't you? Yeah. Everyone comes back to life. All the fluff comes out. Check this out. That's beautiful, isn't it? And that's inside before it got completely mangled. It's got a biplane in there. Beautiful fauna. And rule Britannia. Britannia. They're fucking psychopaths. And that's it. Went before. They look, it was blackened then. That was blackened. And all of the statues along there. I wonder what happened to them. So, yeah, I wonder if it was an incubator. If you did have a load of kids in there, it was just like one big incubator, wouldn't it? Especially for reset arrivals. And there's the remnants of an Egyptian bit. And they're just basically what looks like terracotta. And a short time after, all grown over. And this was left like for years after you could have walked. I bet loads of Londoners stole all this. I bet all of these are all over Wembley and all these areas. These statues in people's gardens. What a mangled mess. How can fire do that? I guess heat like buckles metal. Yeah, but what? What technology? What started it? Not that that matters, because I think I know. Wow. Beautiful photographs, though, I must admit. Such high quality. I'm going to show you the best ones later. Look at that. Look at that. What? Is that on the roof? And what are we looking at? The wires are coming off there. They're going into that bit. And there's a bit by here. And I got a, don't know, weird prongy bit by here. More going on there and more going on there. What the hell is that tech? Don't know. It's 1930s. You had all sorts going on there, though. And I'm guessing that's the clearing up a bit later. What a mess. Now, did you do that when you were a kid, going to school? See, my mother wouldn't let me walk on the wall because she didn't want her precious Martin to hurt himself, because basically I was proper dangerous. I'm like Danger Man. And I am a climber. So she wouldn't really let me do it because mother was overprotective, but I used to walk on the walls. Did you walk on walls on the way to school? Of course you did. Of course you did. If you were a boy, probably if you were a girl as well. Girls do things like that. Now, this is super duper. I dug this up today. Vertical panorama photographs of churches from around the world. So what this artist has done, or this photographer, is he's inverted church roofs, and it gives you another impression. It's quite fantastic. Church of St. Vincent. Okay. Let's see if I can make that image a little bit bigger. Might help. I don't like that advertising on the side. A little bit better. Excuse me. So they're inverted so that you look up like that. The panoramic. It's done 10 photographs like it. Do you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of a ship's hull. What does it remind you of? Something going on with these church roofs, there's no doubt about it. Church of St. Stephen. Check that out. Wow. Wow. Looking up at their beautiful ceilings. Calvary Church. Check that out upside down. Wow, what does that look like, guys? It's a completely different perspective, isn't it? It's just like, what am I looking at exactly? It's just like crazy architecture. It reminds me of tents. It reminds me of tents. It reminds me of, I don't know, what reminds you of? Healing cathedrals, Jacob. Yeah. What does it remind you of? Visually, what does it look the same as? Because sometimes you can get it by doing that. Now, that looks like a ship's hull. That looks like a bloody, exactly like a ship's hull. You know, doesn't it? This one does. That's unusual. Rakia, says Arwen. I don't know. This one's upside down. Look at the organs on that one. Whoa! Look at the effort. It's like these are priceless, like master arts works. Just blows my mind. The effort going into architecture in the past. It's just wow. They do nothing like this. No, nothing. They can't. Look at that. Mind blowing. Here's another one. Oh, that one looks like the bottom of a swimming pool. That is a really unusual one. Look at that one, guys. It's elliptical. That one, like windows on a submarine, on a blue sky, on the water. I mean, is that the sun? Oh, it's lights. They're like this. They're like stars or suns. Weird. That was really good. Oh, look at this one. Oh, I love that one. That looks boaty as well. What a brilliant idea to invert churches. It's a completely different perspective that you wouldn't usually get. I really love that idea. Clever. Mumbai got a Christian church, Jesuits. Oh, the Jesuits have the best juice, don't they? Oh, the bastards. Always the best juice. Wow. Just mind-blowing. Look at the artworks. So all of the links outside of pictures I'll put in the descriptions box below this video, following this video, so you'll be able to check these out in more detail yourself later. Okay, guys? Bratislava Church. Whoa. Oh, I love that. Look at that one. Just like it's growing up. I think when they should go around, turn all the churches upside down, they'd be much more fun, wouldn't it? Not really. Beautiful. Stunning. That's in Bratislava. Christ. They got stuff in Bratislava? Of course they have. Juicy, juicy, juicy church ceiling-age. And this is in Düsseldorf, is it? Yeah. Oh, look at the colour on that as well. Wow, look at that, guys. Absolutely mental. Oh, we should have had a bit of Chopin for this bit. Check that out. So yeah, I'll give you the link. Absolutely beautiful. Never seen anything like that before. Very clever, and I really like that sort of thing. No, I've got loads more juice to come. This will blow your minds. Have you seen this? In fact, the Great Wall of China, guys, they're having this on. Check this out. The Great, let's go with this. Zavolzhskaya Wall is the most grandiose building in the history of Russia. It's hidden in the steppes of Ashkelon and the Volga region forests of the Urals. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It's the biggest star fort in the world, and biggest building in Russia. I shit you not, look at it. It goes right off into the landscape. It's star fort, and they're saying it's ancient. They are. Check it out, guys. Star fort, and this wall. During the next expedition, a huge territory was found on a site of whatever that says in the Canal regions, which is located in the Samara region and is imprint of antiquity, right? Which is future would be called whatever that word, historical rampart, because they've got giant ramparts as well, which I find fucking unbelievable. The size behind this wall are huge, huge ramparts, 1 to 3 meters in depth, the wall, and it runs that length. Which is the biggest wall in the world? Great Wall of China. No, man. This is that yellow line. And it's there. It's there. And it's ancient. The scientists are sure that earlier in ancient times, the wall had much more impressive dimensions. So let's just say that again. Most scientists are sure that in ancient times, the wall had much more impressive dimensions. So the further you go back, the funkier the wall was. Oh, that's weird. I thought they attributed star forts to being in like 1500s very earliest. But there you go. Coast of the Volga. Because of persecution of nomads, the people had to move to the coast of Volga, hidden in local impenetrable valleys and caves. All researchers agree this race is precisely the Russian settlers, and this wall was to strengthen their protection. It was erected around the 17th century or restored because it was there already. This is proof that the star forts are a lot older, and it's proof that this is the Tatarians. That's what they're talking about. Putting up a great defense. Look at this in the landscape. So it was originally made in a trapezoidal shape. Also, stones, heaps, and rubbles of stones were found here. Now, that's interesting. From which structures of a cyclopean shape were strengthened in ancient times. Star forts. Ancient times. This is fantastic. Look at it. Look at it. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And they just push that Great Wall of China, and you got the biggest star fort in the world ripping across the steppe, guys. Yeah, I never knew either. They didn't till recently, by all accounts. Grassed over. Can you imagine this structure in its heyday? And there's the ramparts. Look how high they must have been. So imagine this wall in its heyday, guys. They said back in ancient times, and there's, well, like supposed to be like the biggest wall in the world is the Great Wall of China. We got 2 in Britain. We got Hadrian's Wall, and there's one further south as well. It's supposed to have kept the, well, they say to keep the Picts at bay, etc. Oh, there you are. There you are. It says the Tatarians there. Well, and finally, the Wall of China, which in general was also built by the ancestors of the Slavs, or let's say in another way, the state of forerunners for Russia, Tartaria, about 7,700 years ago. Well, I doubt that. From which, in fact, Russians led its chronology. That is fucking brilliant. That is brilliant. That is wicked proof. That is amazing proof of Tartaria, and they built them. It's almost breathtaking. Mind blown. We're moving on. I'll link that up, guys. Look for it for yourself and read it for yourself. Look at some cool pictures. Some sent to me from Victor Bruges. He's still around, still sending juice. He's still here, my blessed brother. He's Victor Bruges. And in these pictures, these links, you can get fantastic pictures. And this is one of them. Okay, so this is Rays of Sunlight, South America. And it's a church in Lima in Peru, the highest capital, they say, on Earth. Check this out, though. So you've got like weird alien-looking prestige with the highest hats on you can imagine. Check this out, though. I thought it was freaky, guys. All right. They got this guy, and first of all, the first thing I noticed, right, is, it's not all Phoenician. They seem to have a mixture of what looks like Indian architecture, like what you'd see in India with the Vimana buildings and stuff. Check this guy, this Jesuit priest. He's got a wand. He's got a castle or a church machine, a massive fish head, and he's got a wand, guys. He's got a wand. I know. I bet it's made of holy wood. Well, they've been doing magic all along, Arwin. Check it out, though. Yeah, they want people to do it for them, and people will as well. They don't even know. Everyone is completely fucked from faith and belief. So it's attributed to AD I-720 is this building. God, it is so intricate. They're mind-blowing. I've seen them before. You see them all on Phoenician architecture. These are amazing. This is 1720. What are they seeing in their frame of reference for these characters here? These Cherbanuskis with the springs on their arms. These are springs. This is technology. It's a spring. I've looked at them close up. It's a spring. Because it looks exactly like a spring. It must be a spring. I think they boast their technology on the front of this building and how easy it was for it to take over this realm. And you got a magic wand casting spells and a church building. Here's another cool image as well. I'll link them all up. This is also in Lima in Peru, and this is one of its entrances. Check this out, or its gates. So you got it looks like a bridge here. A bit star photo going on. Electric lights all the way around. Electric light bulbs. 20 to 4. And that's a beautiful entrance to the city. You've got the Phoenicians again, though. These ones look a bit different. That one's got black hair. In fact, they look really different. That one's got a bell. Maybe a bell. So that is the gate entrance to Lima, apparently built by the colonials, but the Phoenicians are all over it, I'm just saying. And this, remember I talked in my last post about mining deposit and slag heaps. This is a slag heap. This is a slag heap in Peru of guano. It's a giant load of shit, apparently, bat shit, which is used in nitrates and explosives industry. All of these are massive piles of shit, which I may not have shown before, but it's interesting to know that some of these mountains are definitely spoil. I'll pass these links in the descriptions box. You can go below here and you can find loads and loads of really cool links and information, guys. I'll give you an example, stuff like that. Just randomly search yourself and you find cool stuff like that. Post office in Washington. Look at the size of that building. See what I mean? So I'll pass you them and we're moving on. More Joseph. Now, This is a really good. I wouldn't mind some more paintings. There's lots of weird stuff going on in this artwork. So Renaissance, well, actually a bit later, looks like English Civil War era, 1700s. And what you got is a site called Hyper Resolution. It's fantastic. You can literally mag in so far into these paintings that you can see the cracks. I'll show you what I mean. Now check out this like Charles character. Okay. And you can go in so far, like so far. I'm not even joking. You go in that far to see the work. It's that mind-blowing, isn't it? Is that mind-blowing? And look at that. That'll capture the light. So you can see the cracks. The cracks. You can really get an idea of what the artist was up to. It's a fantastic picture. There's lots of strangeness going on in it, though. There seems to be some sort of deal going down. Bit of corruption, English sort of Civil War period. Excuse me, cannons. Excuse me, muskets. So let's have a little look at him over here. The one with a shiny, shiny axe and his Phoenician helmet. And you can go right in. It's fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you're into art, this is the tool for you. Because you can just like really study the brushwork and find out how he did it, you know? Let's have a look at this guy's ruby red nose. He seems to have a bit of a red nose, doesn't he? Let's have a look. Got a bit of a cold. His eye doesn't look to be looking at that gun. So he's got that off a bit. That's staring into nowhere. That's a mistake. Do you see what I mean? That one's not looking at it either, really. Maybe he's just miles away. So that nose. She's just like sort of just doubled little bits of red on, haven't he? Wow, that is fascinating. Wow. Let's have a look. What else is on here? It's really weird. I've had a look at him. Let's have a look at her. She's got a chicken hanging off of a belt. Is that a chicken? Yeah, okay. Look at her clothes, and she carries a chicken on her. Oh, look at the fucking wealth on them. She's getting on a bit, this lady. Pearl earrings. Okay. Let's have a little look. What is that? Can't even got a head on him. He's not got a head, this guy. Has he? Not really. Is that a wave? Wow, this is really absolutely fucking brilliant, if I'm honest. I'm really enjoying this. This is so fascinating. There's a dog. There's a drummer. Okay. It's cool, like they catch a glint in the eyes. I remember when I was in a Welsh museum once, and I was like literally obsessed with the medieval pictures, and that was what got me. Was how they had their eyes so lifelike. It was like a photograph. That's quite a modern sort of image, isn't it? Him with that gun. So yeah, I'll share this with you. You can mag up for yourself. There's loads of things on it, unusual. It's just so much going on, to be honest. It's just like people everywhere. This little guy here, he seems to be a midget. He's pointing down to this place that's under here, look. Like if it's an escape route or something. Yeah? He's got like gunpowder around his neck. Guessing it could be a kid. Yeah. So yeah, what a fantastic picture. I don't know the artist, I'm afraid, but I'll link it up and you can look for yourself and find out all about it. Right. Have you seen this before? You have on Flatterday British. It's a giant crazy stone they call Dragon's Eye. I've seen it hundreds of times on my channel. And I never knew it was in Britain. You can visit this. The Dragon's Eye stone mine in the UK. I got this passed to me off Jade. I've never seen anything before about it. It looks like a scene from Indiana Jones or J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay, Dragon's Eye stone mine was discovered in a Hall of Giants stone mine in Lancashire in England. Check that out. It's massive, the Dragon's Eye. So you can like literally go and see that. It's just a perfect sphere, really, isn't it? Wonder if that was a previous comet. It's cool, isn't it? I have Sauron, says Tommy G Poetry. Yeah. See what you mean. It does look like an eye, like it's going to blink, like the skin's going to just flutter over it. Reptilian eye. It's quite good, that. Well, anyway, I'll send the link to you. I just never knew it was in Britain. I can't believe that shit. Really like to see that. I guess you can't really just pop down and see these things. Now, let's just whip through some of these. I'm going to come back in a minute, but they are very beautiful. Weird thing is, they're supposed to be from the 1860s to 70s. I can't get my head around why they're in such good quality. Have these been altered and colorized? I don't think so. I think these are like done in color. Antiquitect, Moscow. And some of the buildings, look at the gold on them resonators. Gold. Best conductive, really. Makes perfect sense to have gold. And what a beautiful building. Really unusual. And there's the Kaiser, or the Zabella, excuse me. And it's near to the Kremlin. And it fell from a tower fire. Apparently that was up in a tower, cracked. We suppose something else went on. It's really messy around as well, isn't it? Look at all the stones and shit. This is in the Kremlin. You think they take more care? People are well turned out, though. And there's the Kremlin itself. And these beautiful, beautiful buildings. You'll see one of them now. It's just like, pew, there. Look at that. It does not look like it's just like the top sticking out and the rest is underground. It's like that is just the top. It's like the rest is just gone. It's underground. It's just, what? So beautiful. And that's a building. Just mental. Absolutely mental. It looks nothing to do with, like, you know, any church in Britain. And it's supposed to be like a religious institution, but it doesn't look nothing religious looking about it. There's no symmetry, no like religious theme. It's a mishmash of different cultures all in one building. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. That's one of the gatehouses to the Kremlin. The people are penciled in. In fact, all that looks fake. This one as well, doesn't it? Look, oh, that's the same one. Looks like it's just missing. Like that's just the top. You've been there, have you, Capalocious? Oh, there's lovely. And this thing, look at that. Just a little pool to stick your toes in when it's not icy. And they had a giant star fort around Moscow. We've looked at it many times. The giant city of Moskowich. I don't know what this is. So people going in to see a religious effigy, I get that, but is that what they always were? Queuing to go and see what? Exactly. Probably a bit of a racket going on. So yeah, they put buildings. Are on the bridge? I'm not sure. No, it's not. So beautiful, though. Oh, yeah, very pretty indeed. I think they've been colorized. There's no way that water's blue. Look at this for the gatehouse. I love this one. So they got a little pillbox. Guard's not doing nothing though. It's covered in artworks. Never seen stained glass windows like that. I love them. Antiquitech. Oh, wrought iron between it. That's an unusual wall. That looks like what you get on them recesses in ancient Rome. Top of an arch all blocked off, gone. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. That looks like literally good enough to eat. If that was made of icing, I'd have eaten it already. Isn't that lush, guys? So beautiful. World that went before us. And now look what they give us. As Ross would say, they've paved paradise. And they built a fucking farm foods, Safeways. Oh, that one's beautiful. That's my fave. There's not many people around, though. Wow. How beautiful is that? And check this out. I just dig how they have these amazing, there's loads of graves there, amazing artworks outdoors when they're supposed to have these freezing temperatures and snow. I'm convinced that it's warmer and this climate is a lot warmer. Keep your eye out for subtropical plants, cordylines, palm trees. They shouldn't be in there. They should be in Moscow, but I have seen evidence for this, guys. I've seen tropical plants grow in there, in Moscow-ish. In previous vlogage, of course. Check with tech. Let's have a little look down here. Military presence again, more pillboxes. This is what looks like a police state to me. Police on every flipping corner. So that must be in the days of the Red Army, maybe. But no, because these are 1870s. There's no Red Army at that period. What's going on there then? It's not the Tsar. Check this. The size of that bell, guys. Bell there, bell there. So this is the Tsar bell, and it was supposed to have been at the top up here. And this is supposed to have had some sort of earthquake or tower collapse. And it fell off. And it landed down there. Do you believe that? But then they've repaired it all. And it's all still full of giant bells. Technology. The whole thing looks like tech to me anyway. And these bits. Some sort of complex, I would say. Crazy that is, though. Oh, look at that. All grabbing a charge from the ether. All that untapped potential just hanging around, doing sweet nothing. God, look at this. Tesla knew about it. In my head, it's something simple. I'm just missing it. I think that's the case with all of these things, you know, guys. I think it's so simple, we just miss it, but we can do it. Like this. Again, that is a stunning picture. So yeah, Moscow's absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm going to come back for a second because I want to share some stuff concerning the upcoming Flat Earth British Convention, which is very, very soon. So still over 1,000 of you watching. I'm smashing his ass. Thanks, guys. Double flat thumbs to infinity fries forever and ever. Right. I got to get on, guys. We've got so much to get through. It'll be like the 10th of never. And we're coming up to the 2-hour mark now. So let's get stuff back in. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the convention, which is coming. It's all very exciting. I got a video made today. Is India in chat? Am I all right to play this, India? Thank you for that, Ron. That's very kind. Ron, oh, it's Romanian Bear. Much love to you, Romanian Bear. You're in this a bit later on Bookshares. We've got some new Bookshares sent in. Bookshare pictures, some groovy ones. You may see yourself on there today. Purple smoke. So I like my World Jennykins. It's purple, yo. Yeah, good purple here out. A double green flat thumb, says Dallas Fowler. Hey, my brother. Hope everything's cool with you. Hello, lovely Russian person, Rodrigo Dominguez. Realize. Oh, that one's a good one. Well done with that. Check this out. That's a good one too. You're good at this, aren't you? Binary. Good to see you, fat thumbs. And Juice Madden, Giggy. Joy, how you, Joy? Missed you there. Good to see you. And Angela Lovebuds and Andrea's in the house. And John's in the house. Cappy. John Lenz, I mean. And Hippie Jeur and Mandy Man and Flo. Mandy Man. Alva Billy Gainer's in the house. Gareth is in the house. Holistic mean India. Am I probably all right to show this one anyway? We got a couple of videos to go. So Heliocentric's in the house. Good to see you, Heliocentric, my brother. Good to see you. Long time no see. And we got, who's this? Newman's. Have a drink of Jameson's today. Okay, that's okay. Enjoy. Enjoy whatever gets you through the night. I think it was bad advice from John Lennon. I'm just saying. Okay. We're getting stuck in. Right. Ready to share this out for me, guys? Share this out on the network. Get it out everywhere. We've got plenty more to come. Okay. Now, we'll talk about the groovy stuff to look forward to at the end of this month. All of this will be streamed live. Get as much of it out. You will not be missing it. You're very exciting. And be able to literally see all of the Flat Earth British community having a fantastic time. If you did see any of the last Flat Earth British convention, Did you see it? Well, it was super fantastic rain. Okay, and like this, it's going to be like literally biblical. So, buckle in. Ready? Okay, we're going to get underway. So, this is a video that was sent to me. It's unlisted, and India will put it up. Who is, if you don't know India already, which you should do by now, is Holistic Media, who is my friend who is in the chat right now. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, lady, oh, lady. Hang on a minute, because my thing's gone to shit, and I just lost my Tatarian channel and all of you in chat. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Let me just change my channel. Stick with it. Don't go anywhere. Fighter British just wants to find. Oh, so I have 46,000 subscribers as of today. So thank you for that, apparently. Okay. Excited Rossage. The sausage. Oh, fuck off. Oh.
Hello, I'm Ross from Britain's History. I'm really looking forward to the FEB tour with
Sorry about that. It's just buffing like a fucker. Doesn't even know don't even look like I can do it. What is the matter with the internet today? Maybe it's this wind and stuff. I've been having weird shit happening all day. Okay, try it again. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that.
Hello, I'm Ross from Britain's Hidden History. I'm really looking forward to the FEB tour with the wonderful Martin. I'll be there talking about the hidden history, the things quite often which everyone knew and now we no longer know because it's being hidden. It goes on and on and on. You can see it through the past. And it's all about meeting each other and talking about these things. And I can't wait. I'll see you there.
Well, as you can see, that's a fuck ton of fantastic. Me let loose on the streets of Britain. But there is more than that, because we're going to have a round table at the Flat Earth British conference. And we've got more guests to come, but these are a couple. Brian Staveley, the Mandala man, said, main Mandala man of the realm, is going to join us on a hangout. Campbell, autodidactic, and Jen, who I've known maybe 7 years, who is truth seeker. And we have more to come. This was basically, sorry, I was just talking with the volume off. This is more to come. We have the convention also, the conference. Excuse me. And we have guests, Campbell, truth seeker, who is Jen, and also Brian Staveley, the Mandala man, who's going to come as well and join us for basically a round table. So here we go. Welcome to the Holy Grail of the Great Reset UK Tour 2022, or so they say, followed by Flat Earth British Conference in Birmingham, England on Easter Saturday. Now, it's all kicking off at the end of this month, February the 28th, in Cardiff, Wales, my capital city. And then on from there to Torquay on the south coast of Devon for the English Riviera and Mud Flood capital for a fantastic time. And then on up to Bath, okay, the famous Roman city of Bath. And then from Bath to Lincoln for a look at Lincoln Cathedral and the beautiful antique city of Lincoln. And then from Lincoln to York for a look at York Minster and the tour around York. And then from there to Whitby for a look at the seaside again and steampunk. And then on from there to Newcastle upon Tyne. And then up to Scotland land, to the capital city of Scotland, Edinburgh. And then from Edinburgh, we finish the tour in Roslyn Chapel and decode that and have a visit there. And then we have a small break. And then on Easter Saturday, which is 16th of April, I believe, it will be in Jury's Hotel in the centre of Birmingham, Britain's second city. And that'll be kicking off very, very shortly. So you can get tickets available through all Flat Earth British channels, Keter Tatarian channel, Flat Earth British Think Tank channel, the Martin Liedtke channel, and you can find the tickets linked in the descriptions below this video. And I do hope to see you all there and at the convention. This is going to be fantastic and not to be missed. Double flat firms.
Hey, can I just say a quick shout out to Martinliedtke, who's joining us? I see him in the chat there. I'm going to be doing a show with him soon. He's a superstar truther. What he's uncovered, I get staggered every time I watch some of his videos. He just casually reveals all this stuff that he's uncovered about the Phoenicians, the flat Earth, etc., and the history. Great work, Martin, and I'm hoping to be with you and Dave from Germany there within a week or so. I don't want to delay much longer because he's really, really been good to me, and trying to encourage me to get on the show with you, and I can't wait, man. So say hello to Martin there, guys, in the chat, and watch his stuff. I have to plug his channel. I just have to.
Welcome to the Holy Grail of the Great Reset UK Tour 2022, or so they say, followed by... Sorry about that, I was repeating it. Yeah, so you can add Brian Staveley to that as well, and also our lovely Campbell. Okay, so that's going to be, and we're going to grab someone else, so it's going to be fantastic. And we have also Alex Michael, who is a conspiracy music guru. You all may know him, our fantastic musician, who's going to make us an exclusive music video to be presented at the conference just for us. This is like, what? This is unprecedented stuff, guys. This is so fantastic. I'm gonna pinch myself. So we've been working out about Roslyn. So some of the itineraries have already been done for these destinations. Okay, guys. And Roslyn is where we end the tour, and we was thinking to have something special. It's a bit out of the way. So after basically an hour and a half, you can't use cameras in there. So I guess you're gonna have to sneak cameras. I'm not like I listen to rules anyway, but they say you're not allowed to take photographs because, Holy Grail stuff, yo. And I bet they've had 1,000,005 visitors since Dan Brown's Holy Grail. Anyway, so Roslyn Castle, okay, after that. And then we're going to a local village, okay, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't know anything about it, but last week, and it's got like mud flood capital, this place. And it's food, it's booze, and then we'll all end the tour and get like whatever flat earthers do, troopers do at the end of tours. So the lad and the dog. So that's to end the tour. To begin with, we're going to start the tour in my fair city of Cardiff. It's going to be fantastic. Ross is coming. He's bringing his guitar. I've got a PA system, external PA system. It's going to be fantastic. We're meeting at the Gorseth Stones in Butte Park, which is number 6 right by here. So basically, it's just through the gate into Butte Park, and you'll see them there. Okay, the standing stones where we're going to meet. And Ross is going to talk about, he's got mind-blowing stuff. I don't want to basically steal his funds, and maybe watch him Sunday and give you a tip off, but he knows where the resting place of Joseph Arimathea is in this park. I shit you not, guys. And more than that, Ross is writing a book, and it's going into proofs right now, and he needs to go to visit Newcastle to visit the legends, the historical legends, who are Wilson and Blackett. I shit you not. So we might see Ross probably. I'm hoping he'll grab them. That will make the tour. That would be biblical, guys. Some people of that stature, especially Wilson. He's getting on a bit. But yeah, he's going to visit them anyway. So he's going to be in Newcastle as well. So we start the tour here, and then it's off down to Cardiff Bay to the Pierhead building, and then because you're in my city, we're going to do things Cardiff ways. We're going to have a party, Flat Earth British party. Sound good? Be me and my mates. Okay, so it'll be hardcore fun. Okay, you've never had so much fun in all your life, is what you'll be thinking. It's like, I don't remember having this much fun in my life at any period. It's like, no, because you haven't hung around with me and my friends in any period of this time, except for in Chaffeed. Right, picks of the day and a little giggle along the way. We're going to have a think about things. Are you all still there? Good gumdrops. I know, Squirrel Sniper. Isn't it exciting, my brother? I know. You're cool, dude. You remind me of me, but with hair. Is that right, Leo? Oh, remind me of you with hair. Is that you, Jenny? There you are. So Jen's there. Okay. If you don't know her, I've known her since about 2015. Is TT S69, who is Truth Seeker, who is Jen, who'll be on a hangout. We'll have a little hangout. I've talked to Steve on Skype a little bit earlier. He's away at the moment. When he gets back later in the week, we're gonna have a hangout. Hopefully, Jen, you come along, and we'll have literally a biblical hangout with Brian Stavely. So I'm looking forward to that with my old mate Stavage. So lovely to see you, Jen. Okay, we're moving on. So we're going to look at some images of the day. This one is obviously the theme of Tatarian steampunk airships. So I think they were actually like that, like literally ships and giant air balloons at some stage in the past. That one's got skull and crossbones. There's a bit of a pirate. Check this out, though. 1974, this photograph was taken. Whatever's in there has been bricked up. Sort of red brick, sort of energy gathering looking buildings. There are forks on the top, like tuning forks. You see that? And it looks like it's the top of something. It looks like it's the top of a church. It's like the rest is like under that mud. Otherwise, what's it doing in the middle of a field? What would its use be exactly? I think it's a mud flood buried antiquitech device. So we often talk about knights and the faceless knight and everything. It's been proposed, is there a parasite worm race operating these knight suits? Is it the fact that they could be alien types, not from up there, I mean from out there, from other places we talked about earlier? Or are they possibly like RoboCop robots? So there's many ideas in antiquity for why they think they're robots, because some of them look so automated. Some of them are automatons, even. And look at this one then. This one. Ivan's nicknamed Boneless, a disease or something else. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, they definitely look robot-like, some of these knights. Or aquatic robot-like as well, because that one's got like, well, what is it exactly? It's a knight at the top, and it's a fish at the bottom. So what is it? Or is this some sort of suit? Again, around in the water. Maybe they're robots. How would you see out of them anyway? And nothing new under the sun. Anyway, avoid people who, number one, mess with your head. 2, intentionally and repeatedly do and say things that they know upset you. 3, expect you to prioritize them but refuse to prioritize you. 4, can't and won't apologize sincerely. 5, act like the victim when confronted with their abusive behavior. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody out there experiencing stuff like that? I don't know. I think I mess with heads. I think I might be fucking nuts. So, temple of the body. Check this out, guys. Body as a temple. You got the church. So I've got the ark there, and it's all there. The high priest, the turban, the holy of holies, the ark. It's all the temporal, and then you've got the altar, which is, I guess, where the lungs is, the heart, altar, oh yeah. And the porch is the gonadials. And Jachin and Bois, the Masonic pillars, are your pins, your legs. That looks robotic there, This is a Masonic thing, isn't it? Altar of sacrifice, and that would be your feet. So it's still brazen sea. What the fuck is a brazen sea? Ark, incense, showbread, menorah. The menorahs are positioned around the holy place. Well, Editech, I propose they were some sort of organoid technology. Anyway, so yeah, this was this tower I showed you earlier, and it was built in Wembley Park, and it was destroyed. So it wasn't long in history. So you don't get a good chance to have a look at it in many photographs. But it is being built in the 1800s in Wembley Park, a place where I actually lived when I worked in a pub called the Century Tavern. I'm not sure it's there anymore. And there it is. It was a rival to the Eiffel Tower. It was that big. in the background, but it never seen the light of day because the thing was destroyed. So they got guns out, kids. Oh, it must be the local Wembley militia. If there's a war, I'm too young to be in Dad's army, so that'll be all right. But I have got sea time, so they might call me up to be like admiral or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. Check it out. All of this is houses now. But yeah, there it is. General view in Wembley Park of this massive. That was the plan. So they didn't actually get it up that far. There it is. They started it. It's not like the Eiffel Tower. It's shit small, isn't it? And that's what it would have been like. Building below. Had it managed to not get destroyed from whatever stupid means they say. So, streets of London in a bygone era. And here is a jolly looking nurse dishing out milk or whatever substance that is, probably brandy or vodka or something, to the kids in the streets of London. So I'm guessing these are orphans because they're all dressed the same. More. She's putting it on for the camera. Look at her little hair flick, fucking torture glasses. Anyway, so it was nice, not in rags, really. So what these guys are doing, I don't know why it's so comical and why they're all so amused by this, is these are men from London and they are eating jelly deals, which is fucking disgusting, by the way. And here's your typical London street. Let's check out our Londoners of the past, our people of the past. Predominantly children. Is there any actual adults in this photograph? Yes, there's an old lady at the back. Where is all the adults? Maybe they just said grab all the kids. Well, that's not all from that one street, surely. Oh, is that your? I hope that's not your kid. There, he's looking over there, him. Have a little look, see. Oh, look at the hair all shining with the sun. She looks nice and motherly. She's got like a motherly, caring face. A lot of them look really old, though, like her. She got his hand round his throat. Don't know, still spooky and weird and eerie feeling for some reason. Basically, because they're all kids and there's one adult. What the fuck is going on? Where's the adults? So this guy wants you to vote for him in the past. He's taking his sprogs out campaigning. Vote for Gosling. It's Jewish there. Vote for Gosling. Will that do, Governor? Yeah, he is too, Bob. Now put him up all over wherever he is in London. Also, in streets of London, they had street entertainment. I think this one is, well, I don't know. They're sort of Brick Lane area, which they used to just call the lane, I got told back in the day. Oh, check him out. Interesting. I like it when you catch moments in people's lives, especially when they're not around anymore. Every single person you see is probably dead. Or whatever happens. When the body can no longer function in this realm for whatever reason. It's too diseased. It got mangled by a runaway train. You got machine gunned by fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger on his fucking come back to kill you from the future because basically I fucked everything. Stop the reset. Stop the reset. Ooh, lots of ladder leans going on. So what are they doing? They're having a game of maybe Religo, British Bulldogs. She's having a word with them all. He's picking his nose. It wasn't me. I think she's covering her ears. I can't listen to the old bat. She's telling them off, isn't she? Looks like the end of the street's been blocked. Ah, I love a little time travel. Time traveling with Martin. Oh, Mr. Cohen. Cool, yeah. Fucking right he is. Haircuts. Ear piercings. Tattoos. Well, I'll give it another few years. I'm not sure what's happening here. This looks like it might be in the 20s. It's a market store. And there's that guy, he's juggling plates. Remember him at the markets? You probably can't remember. Years ago at the markets, he's a guy who used to juggle plates and used to catch, like, literally the... you see him in London, you used to see him in Cardiff markets. It's the same guy. And he used to, like, catch a teapot on a plate without breaking it. And then he used to chuck, like, 10 plates in the air and catch them all and then say, you are, I'll have a fiver for all of them. And she'd go, oh, all right, that's good. Only she'd find out they'd be like £3 in fucking home bargains or something. Hyper value. Because he was a right rip-off. What's that? Is that a baby? Fucking hell. A little mud flood window down there. God, that kid's like fucking covered in oil and stuff or something. I don't know. Some of his head. And some artworks in the 1920s. Oh, they definitely look very arty, these two, don't they? Ugh. Oh, it looks like they had a lorry hit a tram. The tram's not in the picture, but I read the caption and it said a lorry hit a tram. This was in London. They all are. So apparently, if there's a little crash, everyone gathers round because it's supposed to be like something to watch or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. I can't remember which high street this is in London. It's the... I don't know, like a mental block. And a Chinese guy, he's got a shop. Hai Sing. He's got a sweet shop in London, no problemo. Nice shiny shoes. This is the Great Western Hospital for East London. Wow, look at these buildings. That's all one hospital. Jesus. Look at them there. They've got greenhouses. Why would you have them? Studio things. Yeah, I bet that was a house of horror. Mud flood. Bunko Booth on the corner. People are reading stuff on it. Let's have a look. They're laying pavias. Workmen out new trees. Yeah, that's a nasty hospital. Reeks of evil. Anyway, other images. I don't know what's going on with this, but the description, it says here basically the pig shits gold. Okay, the pig shits gold, it says. Which it does. So this guy's on a pig. Everyone's like coming up to check it out. And he just keeps like, the more you feed it, and he just shits gold coins. And you can just collect it. So like everyone's just getting filthy fucking rich. On the gold shitting pig. Donkey. Yes, the donkey. The donkey shits gold coins. Don't worry, it happens all the time. You're thinking to yourself, where can I get a donkey? The shits gold coins. So he is on the streets of London in a past, waiting for a bus. It was quite normal. In Cardiff, very much. I've seen Daleks many times. They don't say you will exterminate, you will exterminate. They're much more sociable when they're outside of working hours. Yeah, so you wait. They got it. I don't know how he's going to get on a bus. How is he going to get upstairs? They don't do stairs, do they? Talk to him. He's lonely. They're all right. He's standing there, that's Alec, and he's thinking, oh, I wish somebody'd fucking talk to me. I'm getting awful bad press, all this exterminating that I do. There's his friends. They're also on the way home from work. They go home all together. They're awful nice, though, the Cybermen. I've got a Cyberman hat behind me. Part-time Cyberman myself. And they're waiting for the bus. I bet that bus driver's going to shit himself. It's like, you can go home for free. Check this out. These are from Doctor Who. I can't remember what they were called. Not the Ood. They might be the original Ood. I'm not sure. But they are big. Wow, I love them to walk down the street. You're thinking, fucking, I'm having a flashback. I have to go and touch, make sure that they're real. Oh, you're fluffy. Check that out for a lamppost. Yeah, just like the modern day. Seen one like that just the other day. No, never. It was a lot better in the past, wasn't it? I got a lot. All right, let's have a look at this. This looks really interesting article. Very Leon is taking Kitty for a walk on the street in Chelsea whilst filming Blood for the Mummy's Tomb. No, I remember that film. I actually, I'll have to watch that film later. I won't be enough time. So I remember that film. Write that one down. She's taking a cat on a lead. Don't crash your bike, mate. Fucking hell. Imagine that one's on the streets. Jeez. Like the tooting popular friend Wolfie Smith's Spammy Army. Were you in Wolfie Smith's army? Yeah, I fucking love the tooting popular friend. Wolfie was a true legend, a true truther, and one of the greatest men in living history, I feel. Yeah, he's a bit of a Trotskyite, so minus 10 gay points for that. But apart from that, he was fucking fantastic. Speed, remember Tex? Tex was amazing. And Speed, his other cohort. Yeah, he had a massive organization. There was 3 of them. But he was really patient. He had faith that his movement would grow bigger. But he didn't have the internet. I think if you'd have had the internet, Wolfie would have killed it. Anyway, power to the people, Wolfie. Power to the people, Martin. Thank you, Wolfie. On we go. So in some time in the past, there are giant tsunamis. Check this out. They're chucking a guy off. Maybe it's just rough weather. A lot of lightning. There's a light shining out of this church, isn't there? Can you see that, guys? There's light shining out of the somatic window. Ooh. Is it creating the weather? Oh, look at him. He's pulling his hair and going to be doing nasty stuff. I couldn't tell you the narrative. I just find that incredible. The church is giving off light through the portal. Clue, age. So I was walking in the woods one day, and there was an evil witch looking right at me. Yes, that's real, guys. That's real. Apparently. Death-ray. So, yeah, Seattle just proof that they did actually couple up to the skyscrapers. Okay, they did it here in Seattle. Zeppelin. Americans had them too. Couple up. And then everyone goes down straight into the skyscraper. Same as they did in LA. Same as they did in Empire State Building. This was what they were doing in the past. Okay, they were dropping them straight at the location. This is what all these towers were and these belfries. Check this out for a crazy Phoenician floor. I think it's the Garden of Eden. I know maybe not. It's too many people going on. After Noah's flood, then there's a lot of fucking water. One sun, one moon. Serpent around a tree, I thought. See, unicorns. I wonder what unicorns are like. I wonder if they're nice. I wonder if they talk. I can't see them killing you or anything. I went past an elf shop the other day in Cardiff, and they had all like rhino horns. I know they're supposed to be aphrodisiac or some shit, but this was for pets or stuff, for like shampoo supplements. It's like horn, like to put horn in your hair or whatever. So I was like, what? Fucking check this out. It's from the film Oblivion. Have you seen it? See that on the column? On the sunken column, I'm sure it says Tartaria. Looks to be like St. Peter's Basilica. But what you see is he travels, Tom Cruise in this film, and he goes over an entire mud-flooded New York landscape. You just see the tops of the buildings like that, all in mud. They show you it's mud. This is an interesting map. Now, obviously, I can't verify any of this, but considering what we talk about on Flat Earth British and associated channels, I thought it was amazing. The antique world, was it all year? Christianity Britain was the first Christian country. The first zodiac on Earth was in North Wales. Britain was the Deuceage. All of that Roman shit that's hanging around is British. Okay, we had it going on. We've been taken over. We were all Tartaria. That's why they got tartan fucking skirts in. Skirts. Sorry about that. Fucking hell, maybe I should cancel Scotland. Kilt. London, Damascus, Bath, where we're going to. England is Rabath, Ammon, and Tarnish. okay, which is in the Bible, the Tanisha from ancient Alatonia, and we think them to be the Tatarians. Merchants of Tanish, Somerset, England, biblical city of Bethlehem. Well, we've got Bethlehem in Wales, by the way, really. Avebury, the biblical city of Mizpah, and so you've got Syria and, excuse me, Cambridgeshire, the city of Troy, which is, I think, I'm not sure, but I think Ross would definitely be on board with that. He thinks there's a lot of juice going on in Cambridgeshire. Ethiopia for Wales. Yeah. Jordan, and Egypt, sort of Lancashire. Babylon is York. Huh? Canaan, Israel, is Jerusalem, is Edinburgh, and I think it is too. I really do think Jerusalem is Edinburgh. We're going to Edinburgh, so we're going to go to Jerusalem and check this shit out. Greater Thrace is above it, and then Caledonia and Scythians and Macedonians are up here in northern Scotland, and this is the Kingdom of Scythia, they say. Isn't that interesting? And what we got here, the Bosphorus Sea, Dead Sea, North Sea, Hellespont Sea, the Salt Sea. Very, very interesting indeed. What we got for Ireland, Northern Ireland, Phoenicia, and Libya for Ireland. And then Carthagena for the south of Ireland. Isn't that fantastic? I wonder. Anyway, there is a special place in hell for those who harm children and animals. And you can add women on that list as well, I think. I don't know. Apparently there are people out there like it, guys. Fucking special place in hell. A little bit worse than that, I think. Can you remember this single? Yeah, I played it to death because two-tone stuff on there. Too much too young. Yeah, you done too much too young, and you're married with a kid when you could be having fun with me. Yo, do you see this guy? Superimposed in. He's been cut in. I noticed that like literally when this album was out. So yeah, I got knocked unconscious in the specials concert and dragged out by my foot. I had a fight with that fucking Greeky every time. So anyway, 1932, mind you, a big riot, famous riot, was in the papers, kicked off after I had that fight with Greeky, because the Docks boys came over and they were trying to murder us, and we just destroyed them. So yeah, it's been cut out of the mud. The mud's been taken out of this place here. Excellent mud flood evidence, 1932, 2018. Mud gone. And that's really deep to there. So it's that much mud being excavated from that site in Turkey. Interesting. I noticed these were talked about last Sunday on Globebusters, and we've seen them. They're all over the realm. I'd love to be able to see one for myself, with wires sticking out. We proposed these strange astrological bodies they regard as meteors or comets that travel, well, I think, laterally across the plane, and these are all over the place as well. Some you can see more spherical ones than this, but I mean with the inside sphere as well, like the central sphere, like it could be a seed, but look at that. Could be artificial. I think all of it is in this place. What do you see in that rock cliff, guys? What do you see in that rock cliff? Do you see two maybe animals, maybe cwtching something? Cwtching is hugs in Welsh. Maybe it's just me. Oh, is that its face there? Another face there. Arm coming down, hugging something. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. All right. So these are, this is in Italy in 1943, I think it is. And these are Sikhs. And Sikhs fought very bravely indeed for the Commonwealth, for the British Army. And they are there in Italy fighting with a big fuck off Bren gun. Don't fire a Bren gun indoors. But wow, the Sikhs done a cracking job in World War I and World War II. Don't fuck with the Sikhs, man. Or the Bengal Lancers. They kick your teeth in, man. They're awesome. Successful experiments in electroplating it here. And there's not about the electroplate of the neck. But the thing is, the date's not on there now. Oh, yes, it is. 1890. Funny thing is, I've got an electroplated bowl here in my place, and I took it to an antiques place, and he said it was 1790 electroplated. Yeah, they're saying in here it's like they can only electroplate at 1890 in experimental stages. They were doing it years and years and years before it, guys. Years and years before it. That's bullshit, guys. Anyway, there was a church when I grew up on Newport Road in Cardiff, and they had exactly the same faces sticking out of these portals in exactly the same way. And if you walk past them, like sort of wrecked in any way, they used to sort of like look like they turned their heads. And so why are they all the same? He looks like Dante, doesn't he? I think that is Dante. And he's got like the laurel leaves on. But what you notice all over architecture, guys, they're replicating the same faces, the same families, the same Phoenicians. It's weird how they're sticking their heads through these portals, these windows, though, isn't it? And how distinctive their faces are. Weird. I finally found it. The clitoris. I little things please little minds. Anyway, there's plenty that don't. Look, they're worshipping a graven goat thing, reindeer, a deer. But they do have really strange sort of deities in these old depictions of America, Florida, or India. They're all worshipping weird shit. What's so fantastic about a deer anyway? That's completely fucking stupid. Walking back from your house, walking on the moon. I think this is mining. I think this is definitely not a natural geological formation. This looks like it's definitely been cut away in China. And they're like paddy fields, but they're not. Has to be mining, quarrying, has to be. To that scale, though. Crazy, isn't it? See, Tommy Lee days are gone now. This is, believe it or not, yeah, this is Pamela Anderson in Baywatch 16. She's not in it. They won't let her. She's all right. She's holding her own. Anyway, something I noticed that is something that has been added, or maybe it's been tucked away, or maybe it's there all along and I never even noticed. She seems to be like a bit dangly, you know. But, you know, it is Pamela Anderson. But I'm just saying, times change, guys. That was Baywatch. That was fucking Baywatch. It is still Baywatch. It's just grown a willy. Grown a little willy. So this is Geneva in Switzerland, and they got a donking staff up. But I've done a vlog about this in the past. Looks like Circuit Board City going on around here. Yeah, that's why all the money's there. CERN and everything else. And mountains all around there. You know, what exactly are they going to get attacked from? Nobody ever attacks like in Switzerland. There's never been a war there ever. They was neutral and everything. So WW also is that Jewish or Hebrew symbol for Vav, Vav, Vav equates to 666. So World Health Organization, all of these W's, everything you see with WWW, like, I don't know, there's a World Wrestling, that's fucking, there's loads of them anyway, that equate to 666. Then fucking W showed up anyway, and they're double V's. So dog, bird, horse, liar, as I've showed, because they had different shoes on in the photographs. So it doesn't stop some people believing that stupid shit went down. So this is in Sydney, believe it or not. It's a hotel in Sydney. Top Apparatus, mud flood right down there, the windows right down there on street levels up here. Look at that. And seems to be some ladies. It could be just, you know, people who live there. Don't think it's the saloony thing. Check this kid out on the streets. Yeah, he's got a cap gun. See that belt there with the S on it? I got one of them. I had it since then, since I was that kid, at that period of time. I wasn't like him, obviously, I had that jacket. He's like, I'll fucking shoot you. Fucking all. Look at that. The pillar's gone. That's because he's lent on it. So I'll give it another 4 years, or another 40 years or so, maybe. They'll have blue tops on that matches their blue masks. And they won't be interested in crime, not actual crime. No. They would just be subcontracting for bailiffs or hassling old ladies on park benches for wearing masks and stupid shit, basically. Because I don't know whether everyone's noticed where they live, but where I live, crime is fucking rampant and they don't give a shit about any of it, I guarantee you. Let's move on. So we got some book shares. There you are, Bearich and your lovely wife, Itch. Let's have a look. We had some book shares sent in. And somebody, I think it might have been Anne. Oh, it might have been Hippie. Oh, I can't fucking remember. Somebody bought an Oi Oi Flat Earth British Flat Films Cup. I want one of them. Apparently, I got a shop. If you go on my website where you get the tickets, I've got a shop with shit. I'll show you now in a minute. So, Squirrel Sniper, who's in chat now, he done an FEB, but he also done, he said he made a lovely table. We used to sand it down and thing. He made a Flat Thumbs. I've got a feeling, Squirrel Sniper, this is the actual first flat thumb in history. Wouldn't you say that, guys? Colbin Bible, done that one time, Bandit, a few years ago, covered that. This was a flat earth meet. The only reason I'm showing this years ago, this was a flat earth meet, say last year or something. It's Cammy and Bob, and I'm not sure about the other people. But one person I do see at the back there is my brother, Zachary Zambala, Good Times for All. And look what he's doing. They're all doing that one, but not Zach. This is why I love you, Zach. Yeah? He's flat fucking thumbing. Even back then, he was like, yeah, I'm doing British flat thumb like a year ago when they were all doing that. Because I was moaning about that one because it's basically a Masonic thing as well. So, and, oh, this got sent in. Lovely dog. I can't remember, but I'd have to look in my emails. I'm like literally losing cognitive abilities right now. Doesn't matter, I have some more oxygen. Look how you live in the snow. And I love your dog, by the way. I literally properly love your dog. But I love all dogs, they're wicked, aren't they? Oh, look at his face. What did he think of the book? Or she think of the book? Hmm? You like the bit about the Essenes? Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Oh, good. So, yeah, we're going to be basically going on the road. And basically, we got some books ordered. We're doing book signings. And basically, we're having a Flat Earth British tourage. So, I'm going to come back for a minute. Which will be the first time in British history. So 887 of you watching. It's coming up to the 3-hour mark. I'm not going to go beyond that, guys, because there's no point, actually, because nobody really want to watch it back. So we're going to have a little recap, Age. I'm going to come and give you all a big shout, Age. That's my effort for the week. Now, I'm going to wear more sunglasses. In case you forgot, I'm doing a sunglasses competition. You're supposed to be counting them. Okay, that's actually fantastic. That goes with my purple vibe, my lavender vibe. Actually, I'm going all indigo, yo. Today. I'm going proper fucking indigo. I'm indigoing it right up. Do you know why? Huh? I ain't telling you. I can tell you, but I have to kill you. So, I'll give you all a few shouts. Not that I can see, I'm pretending. So, Brian, looking forward to seeing you in Cardiff, mate. That's going to be a fucking blast. Psycho Dave, Bull Terrier, greatest dog. Yeah, I love your dog, Dave. Your dog's beautiful. You got an English bull, haven't you? Beautiful. I love dog. Thank you, Dave, my brother. I'll do a phone in next week. Okay, guys. I'm not really. I'm not really up to the bunny and the jabber. Jennykins. Oh, Dragon Stage. I've been talking for 3 hours anyway. Do you think I am? Fucking hell. Mind you, I could talk for Wales, and if it was an Olympic sport, I would kill it. I'm fucking talking. Johnny Walker, Samoa, John Smith. Cool dude to you too. Shady Ives, lovely to hear from you as well. And Capalocious. Shady was your dog, wasn't it? We are up to 5 now. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of more pictures to show you to take you up to the finishing mark. I'm going to come back and give you a few shout outs. Benjamin, Hippie, Spirit Level, Gigi, Tim Tatarian. Oh, there's a new one. I don't know of you, Tim. It's a good name, though. It's like Streets of Tataria, who I'd like to thank. He joined my Instagram, my Patreon, which I very much appreciate. Streets of Tataria, which I love that name, by the way. Are you counting? Okay. King Snurgle Gerson, good to see you, my brother. Psycho Dave, 71. You're not 71, King Snurgle Gerson. Well, they don't have old kings, young kings, do they really? All right. Andrea, good to see you. Love the blue color glasses. I'm fucking wearing them out, Andrea. I didn't know how fucking funky they were until I saw them. Definitely mean we wearing them out. They were a gift. All my clothes. Someone. Oh, they're pretty cool as well. Like, I'm all gone green now. That's trippy. Time Bandit from England. Kirsty Belly, Time Bandit, Dragon. Oh, Psycho David Dragon. Adam's in the house. Let me scroll through Benny. Hi, Benny. Love you tons. Thanks, Martin. Love you tons back to Billy. Wow. Have you had a lot of good fun in the chat? I haven't been able to watch it all. Well, I can't watch it all when I'm talking because, you know, stuff. I'm doing stuff and I'm thinking, I'm talking. Let me have a drink a minute. Highest vibration, a color of light, says do. It's quite interesting, that light coming up with that somatic window. Really got me thinking. S. Lee. It's quite relaxing purple anyway. It's good for the Brian. It's good for the crown chakra. Rosemary, good to see you, my lovely. Hi from Roger and Rose in Blackpool. Hi, Flat Thumbs to Blackpool. Had a lovely holiday there when I was young on the Manchester Road. You know, like your breakfast. It's like, yeah, it's fucking lovely. Fucking bacon fat stuck in the throat. Yes, I used to eat it back then. Times change. You love that picture, don't you? I know, I knew you did. Anyway, Fiona, Little Wing, it's a bit breezy up here. We keep having gusts and my roof keeps making rattling noises. Proper windy, Fiona. It's just driving me. I'm not. Name me one person who likes wind. Do you like wind? It makes me seasick even on dry land. I don't like wind, never have liked the wind. No one likes wind. That's stupid. No one says, oh, I love the gale. I love that icy wind in my face. Nobody says that. It's like somebody like saying, I fucked up Bruce Lee. No, you never. I did. You're a liar. Pour some sugar on me. Baby. I just can't believe it's true. Yeah. Kernsy onesie. What toilets and sewers like in that time? Did they have any system? Well, the London sewer system was an ancient Roman sewer system, and it could cope with the apparently volume of people up until the 1850s. And then they built the most expansive sewer system the world has ever seen in London. It's a couple bricked over rivers, like there was a couple of rivers, like the River Fleet, and I reckon the sewers were already there that expansive. I really do think they just dug them all out. I really do. Imagine the world behind you. Can you imagine just being dropped off in a quiet electric train outside your window, not have to deal with all that bullshittery of people, stuff, and things? Fuck that shit. Bus stops are like the worst things in the world, and buses are like 100 times worse. Does Martin have a website, guys? I have 4 channels, Gigi. I have an Instagram. My website itself is sort of my India related ones now, as in holistic media ones. My Flat Earth British website has got stolen, and now if you click it, it's got stupid shit on there, and somebody's trying to sell stuff under my name because that was the one I missed. 2 of them I missed, but I know who's got them. My Dominion names, and they've been used against me, but nothing is missed and nobody gets away with a fucking goddamn thing. Enrique, Free Press 66. Just I don't think they do. Missy, good to see you. Laura, Dean, Chan, and John Smith. Chloe, good to see you, lovely. And Benny. Okay, let me go further up. So we had GeoShifter in tonight. That was exciting. So yeah, if you're in chat now, give us a shout so I can give you a shout in chat. It's just me Tracy's there as well. Love Bud just went, curious squirrel. Love you, Lottie. You're such a fantastic person. Next happy hats next Flatterday. Okay. Because we only got 2 more Flatterdays before the bloody tour starts. It's going to be like mad. We're going to have 2 Flatterdays in different cities. That's going to be what? Yeah, I know. Got it all sorted, guys. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, thank you, Matt Moore. You never know. Oh, Squirrel Sniper. Much love to you. I love my flat firms. Our wooden flat firms. Best thing. Indigo Charger. Snap. Snap-an. Snap. Flat firms to you. Ollie. Good to see you. And Michelle Age. Right. I'll show you a couple more cool photographs, and I'm going to have to scoot out because I'm getting a bit tired and shit. Okay, guys, much love to you all. Thank you for joining me on Epic Fat. There was over 1,000 people again earlier. Safe, Matt, bruv. Nice one, Sparrow. Hope everything's cool with you, my brother. Good you hear? That's awesome. So, all my friends are in the house, and all the Flat Earth British crewage. Benny. The Babbles podcast. Awesome show. I like that name. Pamela. Penny Becker. Okay, my back's going. Right, let's just get this show on a go. So let me just share some off screen. I'll show you some St. Petersburg only because of its fantasticness. I can just, let me get rid of that on the screen. Otherwise, it'll ruin the picture. Of St. Petersburg, but again, 1860, and I'm unsure what's going on with the quality, but you want to check this out. It's like, what? Really? So, excuse me. So, St. Petersburg in 1860s, absolutely fantastic color again. How are they HD? How are they this quality? I'm not quite sure. But looking at this one, I think it's just been highlighted and altered. But we've seen these giant column holders on other Flat Earth British posts and associated channels. They're fantastic. Look at the size of them. Holding up that door, that entrance. All of that just for the entrance. Strange it's just in red, isn't it? No substance. It's just like no red brick. It's just covered in red. Check that on there, though. Keystone in it, too. Excuse me. I think my heat cups have returned. Oh, like loads of that are missing. I think we're just looking at the top 4 angels. Got bells in there. Nice colour green. Not sure what's going on with that colour green. No, what could be? Again, mud flooded. 20-foot high windows for the people to look out of them because they're that high. And the rest of that's missing, if you ask me. A couple of people there sitting on the ground because there's no infrastructure, just mud outside that beautiful bloody building. It drives me nuts, that does. It's like the best, architecture, you can knock up, and then it's just they haven't even got a bench. Right, oh, look at that. Looks like it's made of metal. Wow, these are such quality pictures. Again, it's that Greco-Romano design. You've got the St. Corinthian tops. There's a couple of tastes there. Got stars on the dome. Stars on that dome, stars on that dome. That's interesting, guys. And a load of stuff around the cross there. And I really don't think that's anything to do with Christianity. I just think that's the shape of the resonator. Whoa. There's always a load of stone. How many times have we seen that? Massive. Look at the lampposts. Faceless Night. Highlighted in green. Wow. All the Phoenicians on this build. What? Look at this. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses. Again with the laurel leaf. But you get this on the Brandenburg Gate. Doesn't matter what city. But it's definitely mud flooded. Look at that. How many stories this goes down. Well, that is just really fantastic photographs for the era as well. It's just, what are these doing here? And why are they out here? Look at that dome. Looks like it's made of steel. Oof. It's all wires coming off it. Can you see all that coming off of it, guys? Like literally loads and loads of wires, 1800s. You see it? It's coming on here. And then there's all wires here, look. Coming off here, down here, look. Can you see that? Part of his device. That's nothing to do with conductive purposes. That's his device. Again, more pavias going down. You know, them photographs we see of these same buildings with not a soul around and no infrastructure. That was just before this time. This is just like people come in. It has to be. And they're just laying trees and they're just getting the roads back and they're just paving up. Oh, there it is. Look at that. The size of that lamppost to that guy, though, guys. And look at the size of this building to that fella. The giants. What? That's just an entrance. That's an interesting one in itself. Look at that. Mud flood windows there. Yeah, that's fantastic. Just the one bloke around, though. There's not a large amount of population. There's no one on this one. Excuse me. Look at that column. Another one of those Phoenician deities on top. That is no one around there. Ah, how beautiful it all is. Gold domes. 4 angels. Same mechanism as the place where you live. Ah, look at this. The guard, they've even got an armed guard on that. So what is it? It's just that monument to Peter the Great, isn't it? Apparently there was a wave or something that come off and hit his head off. I seen one narrative. I think I got told by someone from Russia, guy Sergio. He said, oh no, he had his head hit off and they put it back on years later. So apparently that head got taken off. Some shit. Some sort of tsunami. St. Petersburg, built on swamp. Faceless night again. Phoenicians again. Same as all of England, America, Australia, all of Europe, Greece, Rome, Italy, anywhere. It's all got the same controllers. That is mental good, that is. Oof. Oh, God. Not many people around here. No infrastructure really as such. It's all paved over, but it's just like all sparse. And look at this. What's this doing? What the fuck is that? Is it hovering? There's no wires above it. Okay, there's no horse guide in it, so it's not horse-drawn. I can't get in any closer. It's not horse-drawn, and it's got like a little thing on the roof, a white thing on the roof. It's not horse-drawn. Maybe it's the track's electric then. Wow, that's trippy for such an early period. It's just like floating along. Whoa, look at that. That's a red brick. I think that's the Winter Palace. I'll go into near to it. The Hermitage. But not in red brick. What does it say? Oh, I don't read Russian. Strange old language, isn't it? Look at that. That's beautiful. All the little Phoenician water things spitting it out their mouths. Look. God, it's everywhere. It's always about water as well, isn't it? I think it's a hint to what I mentioned at the beginning of the vlog of all of these like dams giving water out. There's a thing called dragon's breath when the water pumps out of a large pipe out of an hydroelectric dam. And I think they suggested, you know, the Phoenicians in their architecture and these fountains and stuff, that's what's happening, you know. I do. 4 angels again. Copper dome. Beautiful building, that one. If you do see anything I missed, don't hesitate to tell me or us in the comments, guys, because I can't see everything. You know, I'm just guys floating through here, going up to the 3-hour mark. These are everywhere, these totems of Phoenician ships. Look. The size of that statue compared to that And these are horse-drawn. What was that other one running on then? And they got these ships instead of like totems, an anchor. It's the Phoenicians, you see. What is that on top? All right, so it's a light on it. I can see that, but what is the rest exactly? It's the 1800s, so landing for balloons. Looks like a landing gantry, could be. It's got a platform there. What else could it be? Well, the balloons, can't think. This is some electrical device. You shouldn't be there anyway. What the fuck is it? That's mad. Looks like the top of a coal mine, by the way. Wow. And they had a massive star fort around it as well. St. Petersburg, built on a swamp, just like Washington. There's a nice big star fort there, look. And it never fell in World War II. You know, the siege of Leningrad. They just had a siege outside the Germans. They didn't want to take that city for some reason. They thought they'd just starve it out instead. Which never makes no sense to me at all. I've read a couple of books on the subject of the siege of Leningrad. One called The Siege by Helen something like that. It was a fantastic book. Oh my God, it was good. Really, you could feel the cold. It was like you were there. She really summed it up, you know, the siege of Stalingrad, Leningrad in World War II. Look at that inside the Winter Palace, guys, or the Hermitage. Superb, isn't it? Yeah, them Zars, no wonder they got topped, spunking all that fucking money on shit. Don't need any of it. Fucking hell. I'd rather live in a caravan and fucking eat humbly. Well, that's just me, guys. You know, money is the root of all evil. You know, you can have all the money in the world, but I tell you what, I could have all the money, but you won't get what I got. I tell you, it doesn't matter. You can't replace what I got. You know, I got the love of like countless tens of thousands of people. And my mission in life, which I hold, like, prioritize and hold true. You know, it's just like, so means so much to me, this truth in arc. That's why I give all my hours of the day to it, guys. The greater truth for everybody, set you free. Makes perfect sense to me. Times have changed so drastically. I've had to change my entire game plan because I didn't expect for X amount of the population to go and take the mark of the beast. I thought they would have at least played up very soon. And with that happening now, and I can see it, and I can feel it, and if I can just get that don't black gumi fucking buzz about it all. And it's a spiritual thing. I'm not just being like paranoid. It's not a mental thing. It's a spiritual thing. I mean, I can feel it with them. The change, and then dead eyes. They'll all get ill. Anyway, Moonbeam Age, I'm going to be meeting up with you. How exciting is that? Love is in the only true currency. Well, I just can't imagine what else people want in life. What they want, like, just to sit, you know, fucking $1 million, sit on their own, Mr. Sad Twat or Mrs. Sad Twat with no friends or anything, because in fact everyone over for money and shit. And then, or, you know, just be able to live, you know, with just like to be able to survive comfortably. Obviously, we all want that. But to be love, just to be love, you know, and not be, because it's very corrupting, is that money now? Okay, gotta be honest. We all know that anyway, don't we? Use your money to help others and a cunning plan. Well, that's different, I think. Matt Beaver, I want to give you a big hug. Love in the midst. Ah, he's lovely, Mark, Jenny. Give him a hug. Give him a virtual across the plane hug. Gary Felton. So, yeah, can't put a price on what we got. Andrea. A spiritual thing, to be sure. So, I'm going to be diving off soon. I've really enjoyed that. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a lovely Flatterday night. I've been really busy this week. I hardly had any time to do too much research. You just grab what I can through the week and stuff, and just hope for the best. But I was happy that went well. So yeah, a lot more to come this week. We got all of the stuff now. It's going to be getting very exciting coming up to the tour as well. And I'm guessing a lot of you want to see these places as well, you know, these historical places and how all this stuff's going to go down with Flat Earth British peeps there. It's going to, what's that? World War II history is still under wraps. Well, we only get the official narrative, Brian, you know, and the truth of it all. I was talking to somebody yesterday, Sean Ibler. I was talking about, or the day before, about D-Day. You know, they push it with Saving Private Ryan, The Big Red One, all of these films. And, you know, the footage got like the most important landing in the history of humanity. And the photographer, Philip Caputo, gives it to a fucking student and he gets them red lighted. And I'm sorry, I've lost all of the footage for the most important battle in history. Landings in history does not ring true to me. There's some, you know, they didn't want you to see because they're telling you like so many fucking died. We're going to see some of that in Turkey anyway. They had landing platforms and a little narrative. I think it was 127 casualties. When I stood there and read that, I thought, well, that's not exactly like Saving Private Ryan, is it? You know, it's only the movies after all. I don't know how I made it across that beach. All of them bullets whizzing on Omaha. Well, you made it across the fucking beach, though, didn't you? Ashley, Crafty Kim, Devora. I don't know. Manky. Mandy Man. I don't know where Manky come from. Sorry. Don't take a notice. Don't take a notice. Your mission is badass. Benjamin, my mission is fucking best one on earth, mate. And tell you that. Fucking better. Moopy Mitch. Vibes. Werewolf, good to see you. Ow. Cheech, good to see you, my friend. How's Chong? Don't bring him around. He's boring. Eddie talks too slow for my Brian. Heck of a show. Good to see you. Oh, thanks. I'm glad about that. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to share this out so loads of people get to see Mountain League of Truths. I know they're 4-hour-long videos, but that's because we get a big hangout, don't we? 1,000+ people all bringing the love, vibration up in here, all showing them all how it's done. That's trippy, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Anyway, thanks all. I'll see you soon in a week. Keep an eye on all Flat Earth British stuff. Okay, keep an eye on my community page because basically there'll be all updates and everything. Lots more coming out about these this tour and convention. There's more happening all the time, you know, to entertain you guys and give you like super duper value for money and stuff as well. So, and Ross is going to be with us as well on parts of the tour. That's going to be brilliant. And other friends of mine as well. Glastonbury's going to be a hoot. York, Newcastle is going to be fantastic as well. I'm looking forward to that. And Edinburgh. So that's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be something special. You get a ticket below in the descriptions box for both the conference, and this is where we had the 2018 Flat Earth International Conference back then, and it was a really big affair. They had all the world media there. It was all that. I presented, and it's a really big venue. Easily fits 275 people in there with room to spare. Really big screen, wicked PA system. And the hotel's fucking gorgeous. The food is fantastic. It's a really nice place, okay? So, you looking forward to that? Okay, there'll be refreshments and everything supplied at the convention, coffee, etc., bickies, and we're in Broad Street, so in the centre of Birmingham. Everything is there. Okay, guys? Happy about that? So that's the conference. Boom Shankar, may the seeds of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And have a fantastic week ahead. Okay, guys? And I'll see you on the scene because I'm always floating around out there and you'll see me on the scene somewhere. So 721 of you overall right now at the end of this show. Thank you so much for watching. Okay? Make sure to keep your vibration up. Why do I say that? Because if you let it down, you get a snotty nose. I'm sorry. Much love to you, Mandy Man, and Glenage as well, my brother. Don't fall off down there, Glenn and Luke Erickson. And you bought a copy of Irish Wisdom Preserves in the Bible and the Pyramids. I've heard about that. Gareth Atkinson, Deb, whether or not I go with it, I don't know. There's so many narratives about islands, unbelievable. But I think it's safe to have a share with it's the Phoenicians, definitely in Ireland. John Lanes, Dallas. The Finns, the Phoenicians, and lovely Mrs. Jennykins and Stephen. Good to see you. Look at the shadows. Why? Yeah, I beat my shadow up the other day. I was so pissed off. And Cat, Alva Billy, yeah, I kicked my shadow right in. Ross and Merlin tells her the best. You know it, Lee. It's going to be exciting, isn't it? Woohoo! I know. Cutting edge of history, that dude. And so exuberant. What's the word? Got loads of energy, like myself, which I really love. That's what you need. Loads of energy. So William Wallace, good positive energy. Yay. Bob Sykes, good to see you. Todd Mullen, thanks for coming by. My brother Mark, Capalocious, Dallas is in the house, my other brother. And Brian, thanks for you as well for popping by. Earth Dog, thank you. Gorgeous, beautiful moonbeam image we're going to be seeing in about 2 months' time. Whoa, fucking hell, that's amazing. Newman's, David, precious moonbeam image. Andrea, Benjamin, Debs, Son of Overlook, and Dave Knuckles is in the house. Dave, you said change the photograph. I can see you, Dave. I know what you looks like. Is that you? Oh, so is that your missus? Cool. A nice one, Dave. Everything's cool there, all right, mate? Much love to you, brother. Misty Wild, and Fisher, and Wayne, and Missy, and Devora, and Vertigo. Good to see you, Brian. I said, and Holistic Media, who is India, who's wishing you all a big one love, and I do myself as well. Do you feel happy? Have you got that warm, tickly feeling in your belly and you're wondering what it is? That's what that is. She loves me. Boom. Awesome. Thank you. No, that's what it is. Free Soul Hippie. Good to see you. Geo Shifter. This stream was awesome. Oh, fucking hell, Geo. Love you, brother. Thanks so much. It's good, isn't it? Geo Shifter. Vibes. I know we're lucky, and we sort of cool cats here, don't we, guys? Yeah, too cool for school. This place, Bob Sykes. All right, then I'm gonna go because my back just packed up. TT Worldwide, Dream Fam. Yeah, 3 hours in this shitty chair is enough for me. It's like being in fucking school. It's like a school plastic chair. It's horrible. I need a better chair. Okay, thank you, William Wallace. Okay, then I'm gonna go. Happy? Make sure to share this out. Make sure to like and all of those groovy YouTube things. My mobile phone's about to run out. I need to plug it in. All right, then. Be good. See you soon. Thank you, Matthew Titus. Good vibes from him, he says. Eddie, Rizzy. Fat British, innit? Fat British, innit? Fat films, guys. Oh, we have a giggle. Oh, I love it. All right, bye. Nostalgic, guys. Sleep tight. And I know it's a bit earlier in America land, but eventually you will end up going to bed. So I'll just say it for now. Anyway, Jess, good to see you. Check out the Tree of Treason after this. I don't know what that is, but I don't watch any YouTube really. Just poo. Chan Yang. I was going to do fantastic stuff, guys. Get incredibly bored, really easy. It's my 88 short turn thing. What's it called? I can't attention. No, what is it? I can't keep attention on two things for too long. I keep flitting off and thinking about other stuff all of the time. What? There you are. Squirrel Sniper says, be good people. Okay, that's good advice. I think they will anyway, because it seems to be naturally inclined towards the good. Yeah. I think they're the type of people like me which get jolly upset if they do anything accidentally bad. We should try not to anyway, isn't it? I know. Gee whiz, fat thumbs. Anyway, I gotta go. I spit in feathers. My mouth is like a witch's tit. Nay, it's like a yap's dap. Nay, it is like a camel's armpit. Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk no more. Forthwith, my lips are sealed. I shall talk no more. That is my last word. Okay, my lips are sealed. Forthwith, I will talk no more. That's it. Last words from me. I'm not going to talk anymore. That's it. Forthwith, my lips are sealed. I'm not going to talk no more tonight. That's it from me. Okay? Not another word. I give myself a headache. I got to go. Peace and love.